Good morning, jewellery makers. How are you? Lovely to have your company this bright an early morning. I didn't know how to finish the sentence then. Didn't know what to say. This bright morning. It's not really bright, is it? Anyway, I hope you are. Nice to be with you. I'm joined by the one and the only Debbie Bulford.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you, gorgeous?
I think I'm awake. Yes,
You're
I'm
just
fine.
about to wake.
Yes.
Have you had a better start to your day than I have?
You've had a pretty bad one, haven't you? Poor
Yes.
thing. Yeah.
Pretty atrocious, to be fair, as mornings go. There we are. I've got one poorly dog, so we won't go into details, but that was my wake-up call this morning. Bless him, Leonard, bless him. And a sorry face. He's like this.
Oh.
I know, poor little lamb. I'm excited about the show though, Debbie. We've got so much, and it's definitely feeling a little bit festive as well here in the studios. Of course, it is your forte. You're renowned, internationally renowned, Debbie, for your polymer clay. We've got wonderful components with the kit as well, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got a lot of parts to the polymer clay today, and some fun parts, but also some really, really nice bits and pieces as well.
Yeah, lovely. Really to add to your polymer clay.
Absolutely.
Well, to be honest, could it be used with anything else?
Yeah, it can be some resins. And,
there we go.
Yes, of course it can.
So it's not solely just your polymer clay. I need to give you a little bit of a heads up, because today as well we have got a massive auction opportunity when it comes to turquoise. Of course, next month's birthstone, I've got an amazing strand. Kim is saying to me, I'm so excited. Of course we know it's one of her favourite gemstones. In fact, it is your favourite, isn't it, Kim? It is your favourite, yeah, I thought so. And this is a big strand of turquoise as well. Just amazing quality. We've got a 4-figure quantity, which means it's going to be one of the most exciting auctions of, I think, of the week, of the month, if not of the year. We've also got a breathtaking, just put my teeth in, strand of Morganite coming your way, Sapphire, which is just to die for. I've got one of the rarest gemstones on the planet, which is your Imperial Topaz. We've got wonderful bicone fluorites coming up. It's just, there's so much to squeeze in the next 4 hours. So don't go anywhere. If you're thinking of dashing out, it's a bit wet and windy out there, to be honest. Stay indoors, put your feet up, grab yourself a nice cup of tea or coffee, and join us in the next 4 hours of fun. Should we get the show underway? I think we should. Now, we all fell in love with this. The moment we saw it, Debbie, myself, Amelia, we were all going, oh gosh, that's beautiful. Kim's like, I want this chain. I really want it. We've only got 100 of them. The link is amazing. Very detailed, very fine, well, not fine, that's the wrong choice of words, very elegant, and you'll understand what I mean when you look at it. It comes with it's a complete chain, so it's already finished with the actual bolt ring and the extender. Isn't that beautiful, Debbie?
Oh, I haven't seen a chain like that before.
No, this is, gosh, it's a very, well, have a little look at the links. Because there's multiple links making up all that gorgeous luster. That's why it's so amazingly sparkly. We've got only 100 of them available though, and I don't think that's going to be nearly enough. I mean, this is an amazing stocking filler and a beautiful quality chain. Can you see that twist? Can you see those tiny oval links that are multiplied and built up to make this substantial chain? 46 centimetres in total. Just incredible quality. I mean, look at that shine and luster. And when it comes to your precious metals, like your silver, your gold and your platinums, that's what you want. You want shine, you want luster, it's sparkly, and that's obviously what attracts us. You can imagine this on the decolletage. I don't think it needs any addition with any other pendant or any other gemstones. It's a thing of beauty in its own individual right. Don't get me wrong, we've got plenty of gemstones coming up throughout the course of the show, which will look impeccable, suspended from this chain. I'm thinking straight away that there will be multi-buyers. The reason for that is because web bidders can already see the price point of your early bird. Well, if you're shopping with us on the phone lines, prepare yourself. Look at the link, look at the detail, look at the charm on the end, look at all the luster, the performance of light, look how it sparkles, and look how substantial this chain is. So the reason why I say substantial is because your average chain can be sometimes, you know, sort of a gram in sterling silver weight, which is fine. I mean, there's always a time and a place for a dainty chain. But if you want something which is going to have longevity, which you're not not going to have to worry about sort of ripping off the neck with the slightest pull or it getting caught on buttons, etc., then you want to have more sterling silver actually invested into the item of jewellery itself. Lovely to start with this, and whenever we bring you chains here at Jewellery Maker across all of the channels actually here at TGDC, they always are hot sellers. Reason for that, they're a perfect gift. You haven't got to worry about sizes, you haven't got to worry about the price tag, certainly here at Jewellery Maker, because we bring it to you at some of the most affordable. I'm lucky enough to have been to one of the actual, let me see, one of the chain manufacturers that we use here at Jewellery Maker, and we kind of underestimate what goes into a chain. Every single one of those links, and I found this absolutely fascinating. We walked around the entire factory. Every single one of those links, most of the machinery are Italian machinery, most of, and they're kind of knitted and weaved together individually. So you can imagine one link like you would with a bolt ring, kind of just linked, and it would take hours upon hours upon hours to create these lengths of chain which go on to then obviously finish with a beautiful piece of jewellery just like this. So nice to have your company this morning. Look at all that gorgeous sparkle. Debbie, do you agree this is a great gift?
Oh my goodness, yes. I mean, the fashion at the moment is just to wear just the chain. And then you can add things to it. You know, if you go out, especially evening, you can add a pendant or what have you. But just a chain,
yeah, and
that is really special because it's twisted.
Yeah,
the sparkle on it is fabulous.
It's like it's got diamonds set in, isn't it? It's like it's almost like it's parve set. A parve set is tiny diamonds which are set flush into the actual precious metal itself, which gives you this gorgeous sparkle. And yeah, Debbie's absolutely right. I totally concur with Debbie. The twist really gives you that luster, that gorgeous sparkle that you would expect from a parve set ring, maybe a cluster ring. It's fabulous, and I love to wear chains just on their own, especially, you know, on your I mean, I don't tend to wear jewellery when I'm here in the studio just because I don't want it to distract from all the beautiful things that we've got to bring you and show you. But yeah, I love to wear a simple chain like so, with no addition. On my days off, it's comfortable, you forget you're wearing it, and it is still obviously attractive. We'll have to bring that price tag in because the majority, I'd say 80% of you are choosing to multi-buy, and we only have 100. You've still got time, you've still got opportunities to get involved. Lovely to have your company first thing this morning. Starting off with your early bird, your sterling silver over twist link, $6.95. Now, bear in mind that these are even more intricate than your standard curb chain, and they normally retail at £7.95 here at Jewellery Maker. For all of that added intricacy, for all of that added sterling silver, we're bringing it to you at a $6.95 price tag. Joyce, Elizabeth, well done. Maria, well done. All multi-buying. Paula, lovely to be with you. Emma, multi-buying. Maureen, multi-buying. Kathleen, multi-buying. Hello to you, Lisa in Cheshire. Sarah, multi-buying. Jane, multi-buying. Davinia, multi-buying. Hello to you, Cassandra and Deborah, multi-buying. We've got Catherine and Jackie there as well. Lovely to have your company, ladies. Nice to be with you this morning, gents. At $6.95 only. It's a perfect gift. I mean, if you've got any of our little chiffon bags or any of our sterling silver charms, if you wanted to add the sort of pendant detail, it's 2-second job, isn't it, Deb?
It is. If you're having a special dinner party before Christmas, you could make up some special crackers for people, couldn't you?
No, that's lovely.
Crackers are really expensive.
Oh
And
my
if you can make
goodness.
them up yourself. And what a lovely gift to put inside.
Do you know, I was looking at crackers on the weekend. My other half and I were like, because we've got everyone coming to ours for Christmas Day, and it's a bit of a tradition that we do Christmas bags, but I was looking at the crackers, and you're right, they're really costly, and the presents are usually rubbish. Well, I found this one place, this one retailer, who I thought, you know what, I'm going to go with that set of crackers because they all had an individual, what do you call it? You know, like a xylophone, like Heidi Highcampers, boom, boom, boom.
Oh yes, you all make a tune.
You all have one of those. So I thought that's a really good idea. It's a little bit of fun. I'll do little gifts like this in chiffon bags rather than something that, I don't know, a tape measure. Which, to be honest, nobody ever wants that on Christmas Day, do they? A tape measure? I certainly don't, because I know I'm gonna expand Christmas Day. That's why you wear your stretchy trousers as well, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And your Christmas jumpers, so you can grow into them throughout the course of the day. Yeah, I mean, nice gifts like this, which they can keep, and they'll, of course...
You can personalise,
Personalise. Yeah. That means so much more, doesn't it?
It does.
Really does. Rather than, like we said, a little mini toolkit. Does anyone ever use those little mini toolkits for anything?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Nope.
Or a yo-yo. A yo-yo. Yeah, you'll have a go for 10 minutes and then realise that you can't do it anymore because you're not a child. Yeah. Yeah, yo-yo. Or one of those really large paper clips. What are they for? What are they actually for? Anyway, stay on those phone lines. Congratulations to every single one of you. I can squeeze another opportunity before we go over to the gorgeous... Oh, we're going over now. Can I bring my cup of cha, Kimbo? Bring my cup of cha. It's been a rough old morning, you know. Have a slurp of tea if you don't mind. I'll try not to slurp. Right. Let's have a wander this way. Debbie. I'll put that there. Gorgeous colours, aren't they?
Oh, they're just Christmas isn't in a bag, really, aren't they? They're just fabulous.
Really is. I look at this and I think of gold as in a bar of gold. I think of the brand of chocolate. I think of luxury. I think of decadence. I think of high end. I think pound signs. You do, don't you? You think it's costly, etc. Gorgeous colours. Just going to shimmy that one way, and oh, they're lovely. I love all the pieces of jewellery that you've created as well, Debbie. Now, where do we start? I think probably the foundations of any kit. That's a good place. Let's start with your beading pack, which of course includes the gold beading thread, your monofilament and your clear elastic. The gold, you'll understand why we've teamed it with this kit, because it's only going to add to the beauty of the gemstones that come in, that are included as well. Then we also have, I love these, and I think they look like little charms, little handbag charms as well, don't they?
They do actually, yes, you can use them for charms.
Oh,
good
they're
idea.
lovely. They're lovely. These are your gold-plated fold-over clasps, and they quite literally grip. Very, very, very professional finish, aren't they?
Oh, they make your jewellery look really, really well finished. They
really finished, and just grip, and they're really secure.
Yeah,
so they'll
secure.
hold weight.
Yeah.
Now we can use these with your kumihimo, your macrame. Use it with your ribbon. Use it with...
We can use it with all sorts of... You could even put lots and lots of threads, lots of the zari threads you can put in, and have lots of strands as well.
There we go. So imagine like an alligator's mouth, basically.
Yeah.
That's what it is. When an alligator clamps down and doesn't let go and locks, that's what these clasp ends do. It's exactly the same. So very, very secure way of finishing off your pieces of jewellery, and a professional way of finishing your jewellery. Now, I love these ribbons. I'd be buying these thinking, okay, I know I'm going to use them in my jewellery, but I'm also going to use them in my home textiles. I'm going to be using them for gift wrapping. We were talking about Christmas, how special these would be to finish off people's presents with.
They're perfect, and they're a lovely sort of antique look to them.
Yes.
They're beautiful colours.
It's a beautiful quality, isn't it? Lovely quality, and it's got that sheen on the outer edge. And ordinarily you spend a premium for a spool of, well, a metre of ribbon like that, don't you?
You do.
You know, the stuff which is, the ribbon which has got a strength to the outer edge so you can actually mould it. Like I said, with the glossy sheen. So beautiful colours. You're getting all three, kind of like an antique gold, a silver, and a coppery. Would you call that copper?
Yes, I'd say that, yes. Like an antique bronzy sort of colour, isn't it?
Yeah. Beautiful. Antique bronze, a gold and a silver. So again, we're still not done. We've still got your gorgeous gemstones, and I love these. Like I said, it's to me just personifies luxury. Very, very, very high end. I'm going to take these off here so we can actually see them on the back of my hand, because the quality of these gemstones are just beautiful. I'll just pop that over there for a minute. Okay, which one's your favourite, Debs? It's hard to choose, I know.
It is actually. Tiny little black. Are they Spinel?
The little Spinel.
I think they are fabulous.
Oh, look. That's glorious, isn't it? Like liquid gold. You've got your gorgeous citrine drops. You've got your faceted gold rondelles. You've got tiny little seed pearls. And the beauty, the sparkle of that black Spinel. Look at that. It's amazing. They are in perfect harmony with one another, aren't they?
Even though they are the tiniest bead, they're actually the sparkliest bead.
Yes.
Aren't they?
They are.
Fabulous.
And that's quite illogical, really, but it's absolutely true.
Yeah, absolutely.
It seems that with Spinel, the smaller they are, the more reflective they are, I suppose. The micro-faceting, it packs a punch. I think that's always my terminology when I see your micro beads. Sparkle, packing a punch, they can carry their weight with colour, if it is the case. Oops, a nice little fly joining us in the studios this morning. See how long he's going to be before he ends up in one of our cups of tea. That happened to me the other day. Anyway, yeah, gorgeous. And the tiny tiny seed bead pearls. They're wonderful as well,
beautiful.
aren't they?
They are so beautiful, and yet you can get wire through. I was quite amazed actually. You could get 0.4 wire through those, which you normally can't with the pearl seed beads. Yeah.
So they do go through your wires as well.
Amazing.
The drill holes are substantial. What about the spinel? What would you use your beading thread for that?
I'd use beading thread or monofilament for that.
Or monofilament.
Yeah.
One or the other. So everything that we've just gone through, all of your ribbon and also your your clasp ends and all the beading thread, 4 strands of beautiful genuine gemstones. It is like a box of old gold chocolates, real quality and sumptuous beauty here, very high end. Should be £42.65 on the web individually. What do you think? How much would you pay for just one of those strands for the Spinel, microfaceted Spinel?
Well, I said to you earlier that just having been to the German market yesterday, there's a particular stand that's selling black Spinel about the same size as that, 1 strand on beading thread with a bolt ring clasp for £89.
There we go. There we go, at the German market in Birmingham.
I was stunned, yes.
But you know that's why you're already on the phone lines. 42.65 is where we should be, not this morning. Of course, true to Jewellery Maker style, we bring you the best and most affordable price tag. That's £21.95. I mean, the Spinel, let's go by our prices. You'd expect that to be a double-figure price tag, wouldn't you?
Oh, gosh, yes. In fact, yesterday was a bit of an eye-opener, because you just get a bit blasé here, don't you? You get used to having really good prices. And yesterday I stood with my husband by this stand, and we were both flabbergasted. Yeah. It kind of reminds us, doesn't it, not to be complacent about things. Totally, I totally agree, and I think I know which stand you're talking about. I've been to the German market before, and I know they're going to elevate their price tags because basically they're going to capitalise on the tourism and the draw of the whole event. I suppose they have got their overhead. Not that much though. Do you know that the German market is not actually that expensive to actually hire one of those huts? So it certainly doesn't justify that bigger markup. No. And I'm going to assume that they purchase from us, because why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Basically, amazing. Stay on those phone lines. £21.95 for all of those gorgeous strands, and wait till you see the wonderful pieces that Debbie has created with this kit. Now we've got. Debbie, I mean, these are gem heavy. They're noticeable and luxurious pieces of jewellery. I'll just shimmy that way. Look at these earrings, and now just move these over here so you can see them as well. Very Christmassy, aren't they? I know, I just went a bit bananas really with these. I just thought they were really fun. And I just wanted to make something that was wearable but still Christmassy in mind. Still, you know, feel festive. Absolutely. But to be honest, all year round. I mean, you could wear these to any wedding event, any races event or anything like that. Absolutely. I mean, they are all year round. Whilst we're saying Christmas because of the gold, I suppose that's logical, isn't it? We're in the Christmas spirit here in the studio. But yeah, it is. It will transcend through all the different seasons. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, something like this, you'd see in a glossy magazine for hundreds of pounds, wouldn't you? Yeah, I like the Spinel to go round the beads. I think it looks really pretty at the front. That's just tilted forward, but to go round the beads, to have the beads going round other beads, I just think they're just stunning. They are, and they're the perfect size to create that halo design, aren't they? Absolutely. So a joy to work with. Yes, a joy to work with. Let me just push that other bracelet forward so that you can see as well. There we go. So you can see. That's very tactile. I love that. I know I'd be messing with that. Yes, if I was wearing that, I'd be touching it all the time. Yeah, beautiful. These ones, just pull the earrings forward so you can see those. There we go. I love those. I do as well. Like little crystals. I think they're beautiful. They're just like, you know, the sugar the things that you put in your coffee. You know, the spoon. With the stirrer thing. I was talking about them the other day. I was talking about them the other day. You know those. Yeah, you go into a posh coffee shop, and rather than giving you sugar in a sachet or sugar in a cube, they put it on a stick and you stir it round, and then it never actually dissolves. No, it doesn't, does it? Absolutely pointless. They're so pointless. Just for the sake of trying to be a little bit posh Yeah, anyway, which one are you going to be demoing for us?
The flowers.
The
and
flowers.
If I get time, the bracelet at the front. So
Okay, right, we're just going to show you everybody before, we'll do that in just one moment's time, but before that we have got tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of Zari thread to bring you. Now, there are less than 50 of these available in the vault. Once they are gone, they are gone. I'm just going to shimmy that way for a second. Should be, really, £27.80 for all of these. This is the biggest bundle I've seen of Zari thread, by the way. All the different combinations of colours, and I will take them off the stand so you can actually see how many there are. Black, you've got gold, then you've got black and gold, you've got a beautiful coppery tone there, then you've got orange and gold. Let me see, what else have you got? You've got a purple and gold here. Then, where do we go from here? The silver, then you've got a pearlescent sort of colour, and you've got a pearlescent and blue. Look at the size of these spools, they are jumbo. You've also then got your wonderful amethyst purple, the ruby red, and also that very intense electric blue. So 3, 6, 9, 12 individual spools of your Zari thread, which again, it's for textiles. It's fantastic for wrapping around cabochons to sort of create a wireframe look. So if you're not great at wire work like myself, then that's an amazing alternative for securing it in a cheats manner. Nothing wrong with that, Debbie, is there? Nothing wrong with that at all. And it does look like a perfect caging. Great with swags and cushions and...
Oh yeah, you can use it around the edge
clothing.
of cushions like you do with edging cord. Yes, it just looks like Viking knit, really.
It does, doesn't it?
Yes.
And you can actually separate these, the Zari thread, because it's hollow in the centre, a bit like our wire mesh, because it's hollow in the centre. You can poke little gemstones down there, can't you?
You can put wire through it as well, put memory wire through it if you want to.
Ah, so if you want to create a structure as well. Aren't they gorgeous colours?
They are lovely.
I adore our Zari thread. I think it's really, it's really real quality. You can see there, and of course, all of those meters. I mean, there's 110 meters, but this is the biggest bundle that I've ever seen of Zari thread. Should be £27.80, incredibly. Today, however, less than 50 of them available, so it's very much already flying out. Don't worry, stay on those phone lines. You should be successful. Grab it at £14.95. That's almost a 50% reduction.
Wow. I mean, I would use that to put ribbons onto Christmas trees.
Yeah,
and
and
things
me.
like that, and wrap
Your
around
Polymer
presents
clay
and-
little tree hangings and things like that.
absolutely.
That's working out at 13 pence per metre. Well, what do you pay for a metre of ribbon in those establishments?
Money, actually.
An
Lots
awful
of money.
lot. Yeah, an awful lot. Not £14.95 for 110 metres. I mean, it's so versatile. I think once you start with Zari thread, you start to then appreciate, gosh, yes, I can use it for this and I can use it for that. Just simply tying it around a napkin ring on the Christmas table.
Absolutely. And if anybody out there, I know I've said this before, but anybody out there does teaching or they do after school clubs, I'd get this ready for the next years, because if you use it for kids to take home, you know, pendants for their mum or hang cards across the wall, or so, this is fabulous value.
Lovely.
And why not buy 2 or 3 and have it in your stash?
Absolutely. I tell you what else these are great for is along with your headbands, because you can thread one through, can't you?
You
so if you've got little girls, they can make their own headbands, etc., which I think is a really nice idea.
You can feel elastic down as well and make scrunchies.
Oh yes. Do you remember the days of scrunchies? They're back in fashion as well, aren't they?
Yes.
They are back in fashion, scrunchies. Yeah, I used to love a scrunchie. And used to get it, and it was a fashion in Wales. It was probably just where I grew up, but where you had a scrunchie and you also had one of those chiffon things, so you made a bun and you put the chiffon thing over and then the scrunchie. At the age of 10, I probably looked about 90 with that. Okay, Debbie, what you're demoing
the flower that's in the middle.
Beautiful.
Yes. And one of the bracelets, if we have time. But
we have time.
See what time we've got left.
Okay, lovely. Absolutely beautiful. So it goes to show with the ribbon that comes in this, you've created completely different looks, haven't you?
Oh, completely
with the
different.
flowers and then that zigzag effect. They look totally and utterly different.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, I took this into one of my workshops because I had it while I was here on Friday. Yeah. And said to a couple of the ladies, Alice, hello, I know you're taping the show, Alice. This is your Alice flower. As it was her idea. And a very good idea it was too. So, we looked at the ribbon and we thought, okay, you can use it as ribbon. You can thread it onto beading thread and elastic and gather it. Everybody does that, and I have done that on a couple of things as well. But how can you use it in a different way? And it's nice to bounce ideas off people, because Alice said, well, why don't you split it? And I said, well, what do you mean split it? So what Alice did was, got the ribbon.
Well done, Alice.
I apologise about my nails. There's so much polymer clay. I apologise. Anyway, what she did was get hold of one of the ribbons and actually put her nail right in the centre of the ribbon and start to pull across.
So this is what it looks like first.
Yeah,
hand.
that's what it looks like first of all, the normal ribbon. And then once you get your nails and you pull it across, whoops, and you keep going, it parts it. So you part all the metal fibres and you end up with just the mesh in the middle. So it looks like that.
Totally
so it's
different.
Completely open in the middle, which I thought was a lovely idea. And then all we did was just get your elastic. You don't need a needle or what have you. It just goes through that mesh then. And it goes in and out, and we literally just tied a knot. I mean, how simple and easy is that? This would be okay.
But it looks so different to what the original ribbon actually looked like. Well done, Alison.
It does. It looks a little bit like the wire lux, which is the mesh that's got the banding either side. Is that what you meant earlier?
Yes.
Yes, it's called wire lux.
Ah.
Yeah. And it looks very, very similar to that. So then we just pulled it and literally tied it in a knot. I mean, how simple is that? You could do this onto headbands.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, just tie a knot very,
Bouquets.
very quickly. Bouquets.
Christmas table decorations.
Yeah. And if you just pull that out a little bit, and there's you've got your little rosette. Obviously, you neaten up the edge. I haven't got a pair of scissors with me at the moment. I have to use a knife, so that's why it's frayed a little bit. But you can see there, you've got your little flower. And then you can make as many flowers as you want. And I've put some little, of the tiny little pearls in the centre. And I think that looks really, really pretty. You have to spend more time doing it, obviously, because I've got the tatty ends. But
yeah, I'm
you
just
can
thinking
see
how
the
much
idea.
You could tie that onto wine glasses.
You could put it onto crackers.
Crackers.
Couldn't you? You could put it onto crackers. Yeah, that would look really pretty. Yes, I think they look really pretty. Now, those I've taken time to do the edges properly and actually finish them off nicely. So they look better than this one, but I think
But
they look
you get,
really
yeah,
pretty.
really does, and just goes to show, thinking outside the box, Alison,
Yeah.
it goes how you transform
Well
one
done,
ribbon to a totally different look. It looked like a completely separate component, didn't it?
It does.
Completely
really,
separate.
really pretty. Ever so pretty.
Absolutely incredible. How do you actually attach them to the chain then?
Oh, right. Once I've got the elastic, all I did was get the beading thread and just put the beading thread up through the centre, put a few of the seed beads on, and then go back down, and that forms like a knot in the middle.
Yeah.
And then put some more little of the pearls on, and then went up through the next flower and down again. So that just forms a knot. So you literally go up through the middle, put some little seed beads on, go back down, and when you pull it, that forms like a knot in the centre. Do you want me to show you?
Shall I grab that? Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Let me show you what I mean. So you've got your flower along here, like that, and then I put some seed beads on, actually put it onto monofilament here, pulled it through, and then put that through the back, and then pushed it up, seed beads, back down, pull, and I've just popped a little bit of wire from one side to the other, literally, so I could bend it whichever way I wanted. If you want it in a straight line, you don't need to do that, you just need to attach the chain. But I wanted it to go into a V, and so because it didn't hang in a V, I just put a little bit of wire around the back. But that's all you do, it's just
Lovely.
monofilament.
And you can see the pearls actually coming through as well. So gorgeous.
Yeah, really pretty.
Yeah, really lovely.
I love that.
Adore it. Yeah, and something a bit different. So and also multi-seasonal too. I love it. I love it. Well done. Okay, do check out as soon as you can. Kit is very popular, and of course all the beautiful gemstones. I'm not surprised by that. If you're into your seed beading, your soutache, or creating very delicate pieces, then this is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now, speaking of delicate.
Yes.
I don't think there's anything more delicate. Would delicate be the right word than a ballerina?
Feminine, I think. Isn't
Feminine.
It? Yeah.
Because they're very strong ballerinas, aren't they? Very, very strong. I used to do it in school.
I did years ago.
Years and years and years ago. Now, already on the phone lines and already in baskets, I'm not surprised. It is your ballerina pink, and I can understand why. You can picture, you can imagine their little tutus and the ribbons on their shoes, of course. Beautiful, beautiful combination of gemstones. So if you do love your pinks, you're going to adore this, including the opal. Here's your opal. Then you've got exquisite rose quartz in a double strand here, and of course your rhodonite, which is a gemstone we haven't seen in a while. 2 strands of that. Rhodonite, I always think of raspberries, like a raspberry coulis.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean.
It's quite well, it's a definite pink, isn't it? But it's more of a rich pink.
Yes, I know what you mean. It is it's to me it's a nice pink. I would wear the pink. I don't wear fuchsia pink, but I would definitely wear that pink. It's a more subtle, more subdued.
It's more natural. It's more of I know that's a poor choice of words, but it's more of a natural tone.
More
it's
of a
got
sludgy
sort of
colour. That sounds
a sludgy colour. Well, what?
That's awful. I like sludgy colour.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's more of a Mother Nature earthy tone of pink. Yeah, totally agree. Now, so you are getting double strands. So 2 of your rhodonite is a double strand. Your rose quartz is in fact they're all double strands. Your opal is also, which is beautiful. Let me just bring that opal forward somewhat so you can actually see the quality, consistency of colour. Of course, is colour is king with all of your coloured gemstones, and this natural strand of opal is just stunning. I love this combination of tones. I love this combination. Yeah, it's a great way, like Debbie so rightly rightly said, it's a great way of just bringing it down a notch, you know, not being so overly pink, you know, a very stereotypical princess pink, I suppose, to a more natural grown-up pink.
Absolutely, yes, I agree actually. It's a lovely combination of colours.
It really is. Very popular already. Lots of you have put it in your basket straight away. I'm not surprised. I'm going to do my usual twist. This combination of gemstones. I'm so predictable. How many times a day do I do this?
Doesn't matter. It works, doesn't it?
It does, because this is, I mean...
That looks stunning, actually. That does look stunning. And the opal actually stops the pink looking too baby pink.
Yes.
You know, it makes it more grown up.
It is. No, it doesn't. I totally get where you're coming from. It's not like a girly, frilly, you know, very dainty.
No,
it's more of a grown-up, adult pink, and they do work together. I mean, look at that.
It's beautiful.
Just beautiful. All of those wonderful gemstones. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one that loves this design. Are you ready for the price point of this wonderful ballerina pink bun?
No, for 4? No. Kim, no.
Kim, how have you done this? Or do you know what the answer was then,
what?
Debbie? That was her answer. That was actually her answer.
No, I paid that for the opal, and that's silly.
Right, never mind. I'd be thinking, right, one for me because I'm going to want to replicate that design. One for my mum because I know my mum would love it too. My best friend would certainly wear something like this. I would be multi-buying, and yet you insert some wire to do that twist, restrand it, beautifully, your way to go.
But that's like 8 strands.
It is like 8 strands.
Less than £1 a strand, Kim.
Less than £1 a strand. And the reason why we're saying that is because they're all double strands. So if I hold it out, it's £1.73 per double strand because they are doubles. Do you see what I'm saying? That's a double strand. That's a double strand.
So it's 80 pence a strand, really.
80 pence for one length, 80 pence up the other length, yeah?
Good luck if you get those.
Just amazing. It's going in my basket.
Oh, that's amazing.
Tis. That's coming home with me.
Wow.
Stop permitting. Stop permitting because I'm not surprised it's very, very popular. Okay, another demo. What is it that you can demo for us?
Well, I wanted to see if I could do a cuff and using the ribbon. Now, I know there isn't any wire in this kit, but for those of you who have got wire at home, you need a tiny, whiny little bit. And I just made a little armature to go inside. I'm not a wire worker, as you know, but I just made a little armature like that, just literally a long oblong of wire to go inside my cuff.
Yeah.
That's all I did, like that. And then I just wound the edges together and just neatened it off just by cutting it and just winding it around. Anyway, once you've got your armature...
So a long sort of rectangle.
A long rectangle, okay? So that's what goes inside. And then on the outside, I started to fold it. When you start folding this wire, or this ribbon rather, you fold it back on itself. So you've got like a triangle, starts to come, and you fold it back on itself, and the triangle's on the opposite side. See that? So you keep folding it so it just goes in a line like so, yeah?
Yeah.
And then I actually used cotton at home, but you can use this gold beading thread because you can't really see it, and just over sewed all the way down every single seam. So you just go around and around and around until you have a round tube. Now you could actually fill that with beads.
Yes,
couldn't
I was
you?
just thinking that.
Yeah, which would look lovely. But all I did was I pushed my armature down the centre all the way along, and then sewed with my thread or beading thread the end, just literally neatened it and sewed it in. Now I didn't like the fact that it was at an angle, so on either end, once I'd done that, and you can see I've done that all the way along, I've sewed all the way along, I just got 2 coils of wire and coiled one inside, one outside, and then put a piece of wire through it.
Yeah.
See that, just to hold it in place? I mean, that's really, really simple. But I like the way that the ribbon forms a tube that you could fill with beads.
Yeah, or sew onto. You could do like the flowers that you created earlier on. You could sew individual ones of
on
those
the front
on.
or something, couldn't you? Put a little flower on the front if you wanted to.
Yes.
But that just forms like a tube that you can fill either with wire or your beads. And then I just neatened it, as I say, just with these little coils on either side.
It kind of reminds me of a corsage.
Yes, actually, if you've got a corsage, that'd be fantastic to use
Yeah.
for corsage, because you could sew anything onto that.
Anything,
couldn't you?
flowers,
Yeah.
gemstones. It
Yeah.
does. It reminds me a
Really
little bit of a
easy.
corsage.
It is comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. It would be lovely to wear as
Yeah.
well, wouldn't it? So if
Yeah.
you don't like maybe elastic around your wrist or any chains or anything like that, that would be perfect. Amazing. Thank you for that. Another alternative way of bringing you using the actual ribbon that comes in the kit. Now, Zuron. I always say it as if it's a superhero.
Yes. It's something to come flying through the studio.
Yes. Isn't it a bit? It's Zuron. Flying past. Now, they are the Ferrari of tools.
Fab.
They're the Ferrari of the tools, aren't they?
They are.
Now, we're getting two tools in this, and I've never done that before. Zuron tools, in my experience, has always been sold individually. On this occasion, Kim has managed to put together a Zuron bundle. So the professional finish, it includes your short nose pliers and also your hard wire cutters. Limited quantity, limited stock. You can really feel the quality, the spring back reaction, how soft the actual handles feel, and I know pretty much all of our guest designers will use the Zuron.
They're fab. I mean, I love these for doing chainmail. They are fabulous.
Yes.
Absolutely
so you're
fab.
talking about, these are
those are short nose pliers.
the short nose pliers. So they're a little bit closer. So if I just step to one side because my shirt's in the way, you can get into things that's a bit more intricate. Is that right?
Yeah. If you turn them that way, you'll see that they've got a square end to them, which is nice to hold the jump rings. It doesn't actually make a mark on the jump rings, whereas the round pliers can sometimes. Right. But they can get into intricate little gaps because they're quite fine.
Yes. Look at that. And there's that spring back action. You know, they are really comfortable to wear. And I know if you are, particularly with the chain mailing or any jewellery medium really, and you want to do it for hours on end, then the comfort is a real factor, isn't it?
Oh, it is. I've got arthritis in my right hand, and those are longer than the pink pliers, and they just miss my pressure points.
Right.
So it's really good. And one thing which you may think is really silly, but they have holes in the bottom of the handles.
Yes, they do. What are they for?
They're to put string or something through so you can hang them up in your workshop. Oh. I mean, how silly is that? But it does make a difference.
It does.
And it just means that if you go to a craft club as well, you can put something through there and you know they're yours. You put a ribbon or something through
name tag on or something like that. Yeah, really.
Silly,
yeah,
but
they have got...
it's a very, very useful actually.
Yeah. Never even recognised that before, Debbie. And these are your hard wire cutters. So for any of your
Memory wire, or the very, very thick wire that we sell now, the 1.5 or something, it goes through like butter. It's fabulous.
There we go. And again, if I just turn a step to one side, you can actually see that, yeah, there's a real... They mean business, don't
Yes.
they?
Don't let your husband get hold of them, but just keep them in your craft box.
Right, yeah, I can imagine they would be one of those tools that could take a little walk without your knowledge. First time ever I've seen tools, actually, the Xuron tools in a bundle, and I love the fact that you are going to be able to get the two. Individually, we already know that we are very competitive on our price point. Should be almost £33 for the two of the tools. Today, however, you get two tools, not £33.
That's really
£24.95. Now we know that this is a brand which is sold elsewhere. It is retailed elsewhere. Obviously, we outsource these. So do your price comparisons, because we know that Xuron, as a quality brand, can fetch very considered price points, and it does tend to be one that the professionals will certainly go to.
Oh, yes.
Just because you want to invest in the best, something that's going to last.
Yeah, I think when you first start, you tend to go for your hobby standard, don't you? We all get our starter standard, and it's nice to think, okay, now what's the next level?
Yeah.
This is more your professional standard. This is something to get someone who's been making jewellery for Christmas that wouldn't necessarily treat themselves and probably spend more on other people, but what a nice gift.
Yes. A really lovely
special gift.
Absolutely. And I know a tool. See, having experienced jewellery makers and having you all as friends, you all get very excited about tools, don't you?
I'm afraid it's very sad.
Very
yes,
excited. I used to scratch my head at Hannah Oxbury when I was upstairs in the office. I'd be like,
love tools.
you're getting excited about a drill bit.
Oh, yeah.
Or something like that.
Drills. I like drills. Yes.
See, look, they get ever so excited. So tools like that, I understand the quality, and it's theirs. It's an investment piece.
It makes your job a lot easier.
Precisely.
Yeah.
I'm more professional.
Absolutely.
I'm finished. Okay, we've got time for another demo.
Have you? Right.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Folding this ribbon, as I said earlier, it's very easy to think, now what on earth can I do with this ribbon and make it look a bit different? I love this antique bronze.
Yeah, it's a lovely colour.
And again, Alice came up with this. So Alice, very, very clever. We were thinking about what you can do with this ribbon, and she said, well, why don't you use it like you do with your paper chains?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and we've probably seen do this before, but you start off by just taking your ribbon, and you need at least twice the length of your necklace before you start. You've got two lengths. Okay, so you start in the middle, and you literally just fold it into a triangle, and then you fold it over, and you fold it back, and you fold it back, and you fold it back, and you keep going until you have this pile.
So you're folding behind, aren't you?
Folding behind and underneath, folding underneath and underneath, and back and back. I'm sure children would know how to do this.
Alternating. Yeah, do you know what? I actually fold crisp packets like that.
Do you really?
Yeah. You know, after you have I think it's a little bit of OCD that comes out of me. When you have a packet of crisps, you've got to fold them up like that.
Oh, I tie mine in a knot.
Do you?
How funny. People, yes. That's right. And then when you let it go, you've then got this twist.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
So on one of the necklaces here, all I've done is literally in every gap, I've put a gemstone. So that is a really, really simple way of using your ribbon. Because as I said, it's very easy to get hold of this ribbon and think, what on earth can I do? I'll just gather it onto a piece of beading thread. Yeah. But it's nice to do a different design, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
Just like little boxes.
Could you macrame or kumihimo with this?
We were talking about this the other day, actually. I think if I macrame'd it, I would want to fold it in half.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't want to bend.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? If you do macrame, yes. If you bend it in half, it actually will stretch into a curve. You can stretch the centre into a curve, and then yes, you probably could.
Right.
And we did wonder actually whether you could stitch two together, and again, if you've got a very good overlocker or something, you could stitch two pieces of ribbon together and again make a tube, you know, or just stitch that in half and make a tube, or stitch it around a piece of wire. You could just wrap it around a piece of wire if you wanted to cover wire with something. Just keep going and keep going.
Yeah, and then go on to
and then you get
macrame with that.
Yeah, and then you get this lovely, lovely cord almost. If you just wrap it on itself, it just becomes like a tube, which is nice.
It's endless, isn't it? What you can do with this set, it's absolutely endless. And of course, don't forget, it is great for your interior designs. It's great for your gift wrapping, etc. So rather than spending, and even the paper ribbons and the bows that you stick on, they're ever so expensive as well, aren't they?
These would make fabulous. But if you put all the 3 colours together and did a big bow from the trees,
beautiful.
they'd be really pretty.
Really beautiful.
Really pretty.
Now we've got another opportunity which will go hand in hand, perfect harmony with your ribbons and with the last kit. In fact, I'm going to bring that last kit back onto the back of my hand just because I think this combination of gemstones is absolutely perfect. Now, I'm limited though, however, on this next bundle, so do grab it whilst you can. Look, do you see what I mean, Debbie?
Yes, absolutely.
So I've got the gemstones from the kit on the back of my hand. We'll put that graphics on the bottom of the screen, but then we've also added to your pretty and petite coated pyrite. So that's that wonderful metallic-y blue tone. Then you've got a gold and an antique gold with long strands, aren't they, Debbie?
They are long strands. They'd be fantastic if you like to do bead weaving. I know that Sarah Elvin did some seed beads the other day. Yeah. Her designs, and you could do some fabulous peyote stitch or spiral weave or box weave. You could do some lovely cuffs with this. Yeah, really could. And it's all about the sparkle, isn't it, with this bundle? I absolutely adore it. So those gemstones are from the actual kit. Those ones here, I'll just put them to one second so I don't confuse anybody. But look at the length of the strands. So they are ever so slightly graduated, but they're substantially long, aren't they? They are long, actually. I love that centre colour. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's kind of like a sort of gunmetal grey, isn't it?
Yeah, really nice.
Like a gunmetal grey. So yeah, these are the 3 different tones that you're getting in your coated pyrite, pretty and petite, and of course faceted beautifully, so all of those edges, the luster is really going to capture and play with the light like tiny little disco balls, I suppose. This along with your Spinel, this with the Sapphire that's coming up later on,
fab.
This with the Turquoise that's coming up later on, or the Morganite. These are beautiful accenting gemstones, aren't they?
They are. I mean, I could see people using these, not just in their jewellery, but perhaps putting in the centre of flowers on the table or for Christmas Day, or even embroidering it onto your wonderful evening dresses, or these can be used in so many different ways.
I'm thinking as well, because my best mate Hannah Bennett is getting married next year. So yeah, amazing, and I can't wait. I really can't wait. I'm just thinking, and I know her theme, and I won't actually. It's all a secret, so I won't say anything. But I'm just thinking this could be tied in for decorations.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine these sort of suspended from maybe chandeliers, capturing and playing with the light?
Do you know what I saw the other day? These big baubles, and underneath they had just strings of beads.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Just a bit of chain, then a bead, a bit of chain, then a bead, and just hanging from the ceiling. All these,
lovely. Wow. Yeah, my hairdressers do it actually. They've got, she's got chandeliers, which are literally one from you'd get from your home decor place, and she's got all. I mean, granted they're not the real deal, but she's got synthetic pearls just draped all around it, along with some sort of accenting, sparkly gemstone. They look really beautiful. I know I've gone off on a bit of a tangent, but look how they play with the light. That's the reason why I was referring to it. I mean, fabulous as additions to your jewellery pieces. Very limited in stock though. We're busy this morning. Do grab it whilst you can. Your coated pyrite trio with that gunmetal grey that Debbie loves and that beautiful steely blue and the gold. $14.95. They are perfect accent gemstones, like a champagne diamond, the yellow, aren't they?
Yeah, these sort of things I would buy personally and keep in my stash and put in between my other gemstones. Yeah. Which would then make the other gemstones go further, but also they would just give the colour a bit of a boost. Sometimes you need something sparkly to make a gemstone really lift it. Yeah, they'd be really useful.
Well, there's a reason why jewellery designers and jewellery houses do actually accent gemstones, and it's to do exactly that. It's to lift up and bring out that focal gem, I suppose, without shadow of a doubt. And this would do that in its droves. So similar to your black diamonds or your blue diamonds or even your canary diamonds. I mean, if these were individually diamond strands, they would be very much considered.
certainly not $14.95. Well done. Do stay where you are on those phone lines. Congratulations to every single one of you. And do check out those baskets because we are busy tonight. And again, you wouldn't necessarily put them together, but with that bundle earlier on, the $6.95 pink bundle, they work, don't they?
They do indeed.
There's nothing that I can't think of that won't work with that. Now it's time for your incredible creations in today's Wall of Fame. Oh, this is fabulous. It's also just reminded me of my poorly little dog right now, but oh, that's fantastic work, isn't it? Wow, I've got number 103. It comes from Denise Didsbury in Oldham. Hi all at JM Mansion. After watching Alison Tarry's tutorial on the wire dog, I made this one for my boy Shiro, who passed away last June. Oh, bless him. The wire is silver plated 0.8. I used black twisted 0.8 for his nose. 0.4 silver plated wire was used to attach the scrolls to the frame. In some of the scrolls I have put silver coloured pyrite large nuggets. All of the above are from JM. I used blue 7mm jump rings from my stash to make the Persian 4-in-1 collar for him, and a tag of sapphire rondelles and 3 ruby rondelles on a silver plated copper head pin. The gems are from JM. I've attached a pic of the photo. I used, we haven't got a picture of Shiro, but bless him, he is there. Good luck to all in the draw, and thanks to you all at Jewellery Maker and guest designers for giving viewers the inspiration to make such beautiful pieces of art. Denise, that is wonderful, and what a lovely testament to Shiro. Gorgeous. Number 103.
That's lovely. This is number 104. This is from Suzanne. It says, hi everyone, hope everyone is well. My entry this week is made with red quartz buttons I bought last week. Good luck to all on Wednesday and keep up the brilliant shows. Lots of love from Suzanne. That is lovely.
Amazing. Lovely colour. Gorgeous colour.
Vibrant.
I've got number 105. A beautiful piece here, and it comes from Angela Finch. Hello to you, Angela. Hello, please find attached my entry to the Wall of Fame. It's a Morse code hope necklace. The shell beads spell out hope in Morse code. I also used 2 colours of the hemp gourd to give it a natural feel. I like the idea of doing subtle hidden message jewellery. All items from JM, and that's from Angela Finch. Angela, I love that. Great idea. I've never seen that before.
Never heard that before. What a lovely, lovely idea.
Lovely idea. I like that idea as well. So maybe we can see some more of that, Angela. Let's just keep sending those hidden codes in.
Yes, nice ones though. This is number 106. This is from Jane. Here is this week's entry to the Wall of Fame. It's a pair of earrings using blue striped agate rounds on silver plated findings, all components from JM except the chandelier connectors. I had these connectors in my stash for ages, and I said I would do something with them. This is from Jane. That's beautiful.
Beautiful, Jane. Love the colours. Love those colours. I've got number 107, chainmail, beautiful pendant with your pearls, coming from Trisha Bell. Hello to you, Trisha. JM, please find attached my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. A 2-tone chainmail pendant with shell pearl. I hope you like it. And that's Trisha in Allendale. Beautiful, Trisha. Absolutely love it. And I bet that falls and moves beautifully. 107, my lovely.
This is at 110. This is gorgeous. This is from Michaela in Oxfordshire. Hi everyone at JM, this is my entry to the Wall of Fame. It's an inspired chainmail necklace that I saw Fleur do some time ago. I'm going to wear this at my work's Christmas party. Good luck to all from Michaela in Oxfordshire. That is beautiful. It's very Egyptian with the colours there.
Yeah,
very
gorgeous, gorgeous colours and tones. Yeah, speaking of colours, I've got number 109, and I was very lucky to launch one, not this one, but a similar gemstone in that wonderful design. Fabulous. And it's 109, coming from Sue in North Lincolnshire. Sue Cliff. Hi, I've just made this set completely from JM Gems and Findings. Well, we're ever so glad that you did, and I'm just showing off. First time I've seen, actually, Sue, that graduation, very Art Deco, isn't it? Actually created into a piece of jewellery. Good luck, Sue. In North Lincolnshire. You are number 109.
This is number 112. It says, hi, this is from another Jane. It says, I hope everyone has managed to stay safe in this stormy weather. My wall of fame for this week was inspired by Laura B when she demonstrated how to wrap several cabochons in different ways. It says, my sparkly purse is where I keep my spare memory cards. No time to chat as I'm finishing off writing my Christmas cards. Good luck to all my fellow waffers, and I'm in awe of your fabulous designers who never cease to surprise me with their lovely designs, not forgetting the presenters who make the hours pass by so quickly with their entertaining qualities. Take care, from Jane. That is lovely.
Ah, beautiful, beautiful,
Very
Jane.
nice.
And you've just reminded me I need to buy Christmas cards. Just reminded me.
And me.
I've usually got them written by now. Usually I've got 111, 111, these wirework rings and gift wrapped beautifully. I can imagine these, somebody opened those on Christmas Day.
They are beautiful.
And it comes from Annette Emery. Hello to you, Annette. Hi, JM. I've been busy making Christmas presents this weekend. My fingers are a bit sore now. I hope you like them. Best wishes, Annette. Well, yes, I certainly do. And I can imagine the very special and lucky recipients will be brimming with excitement of wearing those. Wonderful. You're number 111, Jeanette, so good luck to you.
This is a lovely picture. It's made me laugh, that's why I kept it to the last. This is number 108. This is from Helen in Liverpool. This makes me smile. For this week's Wall of Fame, I'm entering my parents. This is my parents ready to go out to a 60s themed birthday party, both wearing jewellery made especially for them, all products from JM, of course. My mum wears a long line multicoloured crackle quartz tassel necklace with matching earrings, and my dad wears a single rose quartz shard type nugget on a piece of red cord. I also did my mum's makeup, and yes, it is a wig. It's been a rough week and totally full of cold. My parents are having far more fun than me, so a win would really help. Take care, everyone, from Helen in Liverpool. That is lovely, Helen. And I bet your parents are absolutely mortified that we're dressed up like that on TV.
That's brilliant, that's brilliant. Do you know what? That happens to me. My mum and dad and my mum always like, God, you're out more than I am. Out more than I'm living it up. Brilliant. And they look fantastic. Keep those entries coming in for the Wall of Fame. We'll keep everything crossed for you, everybody. We've got so much more to bring you. Now, first thing this morning, as your early bird, for those of you that were out, I don't know, dropping the kids off at school, or maybe you were on, I don't know, just coming in or sorting out breakfast, etc. You might have missed out on today's early bird. I'm just going to move those that way for a second, just because of the link. You didn't see it up close, Debbie, did you? Very, very fine, twisted oval link. Fabulous sparkle, and very substantial, so it's going to really be noticed. I'm going to hold this up to the neckline, I think, because that's one thing I haven't done as of yet, and you can see why Debbie and I were talking and referring about the fact I don't think it actually needs any other additional pieces to this. I mean, you can do, obviously, maybe one of our gorgeous pendant charms, or you can create your own wire-wrapped piece. Look, fabulous suspended from here. And it is the length which is going to sit, well, approximately like so, depending on the width of your neck, obviously. But this length will sit beautifully here, just under the nape of the neck, so you can actually see maybe one of your wire-wrapped cabochons. And we have got an hour of cabochons coming up a little bit later on. So it's the very fine, detailed, oval link twisted chain, which is so amazingly intricate. It's like crocheting, I suppose. Watching these chains actually be created in the manufacturers over in Jaipur, or one of the manufacturers that we use, certainly. I can't say for certain it is this. It reminded me of crocheting, because it's like knitting with sterling silver.
Yeah. Yes, it must be. It's lovely.
It really beautiful, and it is a finished complete necklace as well. Comes with the bolt ring and the extender chain, so you haven't got to worry about finishing off this piece. We were talking about how great for presents on the Christmas table, or Christmas presents, full stop.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to get that for Christmas. It's
gorgeous. Me too. It was your early bird and very, very popular. We have to. This is a recap, so grab it whilst you can. You need to check out as soon as you possibly can. $6.95 for all of that detail and all of that quality. Now, I know I say this every time that we bring chains to air, and forgive me for sounding like a broken record, but where else in the world will you get quality like this at a price tag of $6.95?
Well, you wouldn't, would you? You
wouldn't.
No.
It's going to be, what would you think, Debbie? About £20, £30?
Oh gosh, yes, I would have thought so. In my mind, I had £24.95.
Yeah.
24, 25 pounds, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, if not more, depending on the jewel.
And if it's that gram weight and that lustre, you know, the actual finish is imperative when it comes to your chain. But so I do really encourage people to do their price comparisons especially when it's like complete finished pieces of jewellery like this. You can actually see it there and there, the quality that you get from us. And we are sticklers for bringing you the utmost quality at the most affordable price tag. Fabulous, £6.95 only. And speaking of quality, now, this is going to be huge. Now, the Morganite is coming up in the next hour, but this is not only one of the longest strands of Morganite I've brought you, it's one of the most consistent. From literally one point to the other, is it really going to that price tag? Oh my goodness, I've just heard where it's going. One point to the other, the colour is everything that you look for in Morganite, isn't it?
It is so gorgeous.
You've got the peachy undertones, you've got the wonderful pinks, a massive gemstone, not just this year, but over the recent decades. This is one of the most sought after treasures. We've not been able to buy it recently for many years on our sister channel. This is coming your way incredibly at under £20, and I don't just mean by a little bit. That's an astounding deal. It's a long length of top quality, beautiful quality Morganite, which is coming up in the next hour. So much more other than Morganite as well. Don't forget. So don't go anywhere. We've got turquoise coming up. We've got beautiful bundles. We've got chrysocolla, and we've got imperial topaz also. Much more to see after this.
There are two easy ways you can purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the homepage. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget, you can add as many items to your basket per day for only one P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker. Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order for just 50p and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from the Genuine Gemstone Company.
Welcome back, everyone. Nice to have your company. My name's Elle. I know you're watching Jewellery Maker, of course, and that was the one, the only Debbie Bulford. You right, Deb?
I'm fine, thank you.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'll never get old. I'll never get. Have I sung you your song lately?
No.
Do you not want me to?
No, it's fine. It just
I know it's stuck.
get used to it, don't we? Yes, I know.
I know it did stick.
No.
Do you want to hear Debbie's song?
Oh, dear.
There's a little clip on YouTube where there's a little pig and a little monkey,
and the monkey is riding on the back of the pig. And I was watching it the one day, this is going back years ago, and Debbie walked into the office and I was singing the tune, which goes like this: baby monkey riding on a pig, baby monkey. Well, that baby monkey turned into Debbie Bulford. Debbie Bulford riding on a pig. Oh, do you know what? I might get hate mail now.
No, you won't, because I told that to Lena the other day because she kept calling me the wrong name, and I said, well, at least you don't call, sing riding on a pig to me. And she looked at me and went, what do you want about?
Oh, it's kind of stuck, Debbie. It has kind of stuck.
Still sing it to me
Everybody
now.
sings it now, doesn't it? That's my fault. My bad, my bad. It was just in my head. You know when you can't get a song and it was like, Debbie Bulford. You know I love you, Debbie. You know I really do. Do you know what else I love?
What's that?
Do you know what else I love? This bundle. And it is going to be on and gone. It is going to be on and gone. It's your Quartz collection. Bless her, she's chuckling away to herself there in the corner now. I can't believe I just did that to you, Debbie, but I did.
It's okay.
I did. Look at the combination. If you love your quartz, you love your pastel palettes, then this is one for you. All with gorgeous little tassels. Should I tell you tassels first, actually? There's a little bit of an unusual start and introduction to this bundle, but they're beautiful, aren't they? So, guess the quartz. Guess the quartz. What quartz do you think I've got on, behind my hand? Shall I help you out? Praserite. That'll be the green. Then you've got your gorgeous amethyst. The pink is your rose quartz. The black is actually attached to your smoky quartz. And, of course, the orange is attached to your citrine. Turn this round, feast your eyes, because this is a beautiful example of gemstones, all from the quartz family. It is going to be a sellout, though, so do grab it whilst you can. Faceted effortlessly, 100 carats in total. And they are sizable rondelles. Look at that sparkle. I mean, that's so elegant. Perfect bridal wear. $19.95. Are you serious? That's an amazing price tag for four strands? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 strands. That's $3.95 per strand of quartz. $3.95, Debbie. I love pastel hues, do you? This is like a more affordable way of getting the look of beryl, do you think?
Yes, I do, actually. Yes, you're quite right. It's like the ice cream colours, aren't they? But they're really, really to the mother of the bride colours to me. They're good wedding colours.
Yes.
But also, if you were to have those strands of sparkly beads that we had earlier,
the
pyrites, and that sort of look,
they would
look fabulous, wouldn't they?
Really add to the bundle, wouldn't it? It's limited though, last in stock, so do grab it whilst you can. Yeah, I agree. It's been perfect for little girls, for wedding jewellery.
Look at that.
It's very princessy, isn't it?
I know, but don't they look lovely all together?
All
They're
together,
beautiful.
Beautiful. I love quartz. I think quartz is a gemstone which is massively underestimated.
Yes, I agree, actually.
And when you get quality like this and it's faceted like so, look at the brilliance that you get coming through.
Oh,
amazing brilliance, and it goes to show that smoky quartz works with all the quartz family work hand in hand with one another, don't they? Is it gone? Pretty much. Well done. Check out as soon as you can. Okay, it is time for your first showstopper of the morning. Now, I'm very lucky because in my career and with in my experiences of working here at Jewellery Maker and across our channels, I've been able to bring you this next gemstone in a couple of showcases as well. So if we're bringing a showcase or we're bringing a designated showstopper to you, it's something that we obviously have to read up on and we do our research about. We're really excited and privileged to be able to own this gemstone because believe me when I say it's one of the most sought after in the world. If you go onto our Gemporia learning library, there's a wonderful article which has been written by Matt Bennett, Steve Bennett's son and a gemologist, who wrote directly from the Imperial Topaz mine. This is a gemstone which you would think, given the price tags that it can command, and we're talking 4-figure price tags per carat in many cases, you would think that there is a lot of investment. It's a large scale mine. You know, there's millions upon millions of pounds worth actually invested into it. Well, guess what? That is the case. A lot of money is invested, but unfortunately more goes into the ground than actually comes out. This is a very sought after gemstone. I'll explain why that is actually viable business wise and why this gemstone is so amazingly sought after. So the majority of the mine owners of Imperial Topaz, and there are various different mine owners obviously, I'm talking generically here,
are very wealthy businessmen. This might not necessarily be their sole business. It might be a sort of sideline or a hobby, or they might be collectors and connoisseurs. So the majority of imperial topaz mine owners, this is something that they get involved with. And one in particular, American owner, a mine owner, it's not a business to him. All that money is invested into this because he loves the idea of sitting on the ultimate treasure chest. And I think that's incredible. If you haven't got to worry about the money coming in, then this is the ultimate treasure chest. So basically, he loves the idea that imperial topaz is laying beneath his ground, obviously, and not necessarily being unearthed. But if you've never actually heard of imperial topaz before, it comes in wonderful paprikacha oranges. It's very, very sought after. In our entire time of, up until a couple of months ago, we'd only ever commissioned 137 different designs of imperial topaz gemstone pieces on our sister channel, up until a couple of months ago, until we actually purchased a new parcel. This is the excitement. It's got flashes of pinks, a wonderful warmth. You've got a radiance of gold coming through. It's often likened to a paprikacha sapphire. The similarities are well, uncanny, really. This gorgeous gemstone is totally and utterly natural, so this is not irradiated, dyed in any way, shape or form. Individually, to be able to own any of these as a solitaire, that carat weight is simply astonishing to me. And as a collector, as somebody who gets really excited by rarity, and not just the beauty but the rarity as well, then this is a gemstone for anybody that is of the same mind thought as myself. 125 carats of imperial topaz. Imperial, the reason, it's very easy to spot. Imperial, you think regal, you think high-end, you think luxurious, and that is the best way to remember it. Certainly the most sought after of all your topaz. We're going to have to bring that price tag in for you. I'm going to have to bring that price tag in because we have got much more to see for you to see this morning. Should be at 21. Really? 20? I'd pay that for one of the gemstones. I would happily pay that for one of the gemstones. Now, Matt Bennett and Steve Bennett went direct to the or one of the imperial topaz mines, and they were saying it's not a large scale operation. More money goes into the ground than comes out. In the entire time they spent at the mine, only one imperial topaz was actually unearthed. Should be £21.95. Today, however, this is an opportunity to seize. Don't expect to see imperial topaz every single day, and that's across all of the channels. In fact, all jewellers, to be honest. It's not what we call a mainstream gemstone. Oh, Kim, I know you said you were going to do something exciting with this, but that is beyond. £12.95 for imperial topaz. £12.95 for a natural, the most sought after of all your imperial topaz in the world. Paprikacha, pinks and golds, amazing quality. Yes, it can be unearthed from, it can be found in different localities around the world, and you can understand why it's so sought after. But this is a gemstone which is often a sideline, I suppose, for the mine owners. It's not about making money, it's about owning the ultimate treasure chest, and that's really what it is. This is the contents of the ultimate treasure chest in my eyes. So hugely exciting for those of you that are going to be successful. One of those individually is amazing to me, and if you've been shopping with me, or maybe you tuned in to our sister channels when I've been able to bring imperial topaz on the rare occasions, you'd have certainly heard me say up until a couple of months ago that we only ever had 137 different designs. That's in over a decade of creating jewellery and your coloured gemstones. So that speaks volumes, doesn't it? Do check out I've Got to Move On, because there is so much more to see. Is it time for the Morganite? The fluorite. Time for the fluorite. Oh, I'm hearing Morganite, 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 Morganite. Okay, now these are your gorgeous buy codes. You're right there, Amelia. Bless her. Bless her. I thought she was... It's that blooming Christmas thing, isn't it?
No, it's Never ever going to not be broken, is it?
It doesn't want to stand up.
No.
It really doesn't want to stand up. Now, this is going to be hugely popular. We were talking about your quartz earlier on with those pastel hues, all those different tones and wonderful palettes. This will go perfectly with it. It's your bicones. They're rather than faceted, they're smooth bicones, so a beautiful glossy finish. You've got yellows, you've got purples, you've got pinks, you've got greens. 75 carats of fluorite. Look at this. Don't you think, Debbie, this with the quartz earlier on?
That would look fabulous, actually. Perfect combination of colours.
Oh,
yes. Yeah, perfect combination of colours.
amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Now, this fluorite strand, I actually scheduled this, didn't I, Kimbo? Because I was like, I love fluorite, and I love the fact they're bicones. We don't see bicones very often.
Don't see fluorite very often.
Don't see fluorite very often, absolutely. I know it's a very sought-after gemstone amongst our guest designers, and our jewellery makers as well. Yeah, lovely, lovely shapes that you get within this strand as well, aren't they? I mean, they're perfect for accenting, just restranded like so, as a stretchy bracelet, gorgeous tones. Fluorite is the most colourful mineral on the planet, and here's exactly why. You can have colour change examples, you can have bicolour examples, you can have striped fluorite, and it complements so many other gemstones within your stash. I wanted to include this in this morning show just because we haven't seen fluorite and we haven't seen bicones in what seems an absolute age.
Yeah, that's right. I can't remember the last time I saw fluorite on the show. I really can't, and I don't watch the show, all the time when I'm at home, but I can't remember the last time I saw it.
No. Well,
I
and
really
bicones,
can't.
that shape.
I know.
I think I've seen more carved gemstones than bicones lately.
I think you're right, actually. And bicones, for anyone who does bead weaving, it's just ideal.
Oh yeah, and if you do Sarah Elvin seed beads, it's great for that as well, because they nestle in wonderfully. 8 by 6 millimeters and all those different tones. Leave them as they are if you like that sporadic mix, I suppose, of colours, a bit like a Monet painting.
Yes, yes.
I think it looks like the water lilies, doesn't it? A Monet painting. Let's bring that price tag in for you. Congratulations to every single one of you. Should be really £6.95 for bicone gemstones. A long strand, as you can see, if I hold it out. 75 carats of your multicoloured fluorite should be £6.95. Not today, not on our watch. Kimbo is back from holiday. She's suitably refreshed and she's rearing for some deals. I can hear. It's an illegal price tag that. We're not supposed to be going to anything under £6.95. But I know, yeah, no surprise. Renfrewshire went 3. I'll have 3 of those. 4. I'm not surprised you're all multi-buying. Diane, Janice, hello to you. Hilary, Catherine, Sue, Wendy, Janet, Maxine, Cornwall, you're with me as well. On the basis of everything we just said, Debbie, it doesn't make sense that we're taking this to an illegal price tag. And I know we've got quantity of these, and we have got an exciting quantity of these. And I knew that Kimbo had something special planned for you this morning. Add it to your order at £4.95.
Well, £4.95 is just ridiculous, quite honestly.
You're
mad, Kimbo, you're mad. Because you could then add those to your other gemstones, to your amethyst, to bring out the purple.
Absolutely.
You could split the colours, couldn't you? Do a Mark Smith and just colour grade it.
Absolutely.
As we say.
Use it with your citrine, use it with your pre-night, use it with your...
all sorts of things.
All sorts.
I just love them. I like the fact you get bands as well, bands of colours.
Striping, isn't it? Look, on our sister channel, it's called Stripe Fluorite. I'm just going to try and have a look. Every single one of you, I think... Well, it certainly looks like it. 99% of you are choosing to buy more than one, and I'm not surprised by that. Sylvia's bought 2, Margaret's bought 2, Marion's bought 2, Christine's bought 2, John and Janet have bought 4, Kathy's bought 2, Brenda's bought 2, who was that? Linda's just bought 2, Janice has bought 2, Diane's bought 2, Sue's bought 3, Hillary's bought 2, Cornwall's bought 2, Berkshire's bought 2. We've got other collectors there as well, but I'm not surprised that many of you choosing to multi-buy. And why wouldn't you stock up your stash at these kind of deals? I mean, at this time of year, most retailers are putting their prices up, aren't they? We seem to be putting them down, so do grab them whilst you can. Fluorite is a gemstone as well, which I think if you are commissioning gifts, and we saw some certainly on the Wall of Fame, it's a wonderful strand of being able to create maybe, especially if you've got girls, right? I'll say this. I'll try and reword this actual sentence. If you've got girls in your family, I don't know, cousins, sisters, nieces, grandchildren, then sometimes you think, oh, well, I prefer hers than mine. I prefer that one. You would never say it, wouldn't you? Because obviously you'd be polite, but it's a nice way, especially they're younger, it's a nice way of creating the same designs but alternating the gemstones. Do you see what I mean? Making them that little bit personal. We were talking about table decorations as well, Debbie.
Yes, you could pull out the different colours, couldn't you, for different... Yes, I agree with that, actually.
I think it's a great way of doing that, but still actually having the same gemstone.
Same
gemstone. Nobody's got has cost more, or nobody's taken longer, etc. Right. It's an amazing way of doing that. And like you said, really making the most of other gemstones and matching other gemstones. Well done to each and every single one of you. Luzminda, Robin, Sheila, you've done it. Hello to you, Manny, Joyce, Pearl, you've done it. Carol, Bedfordshire, well done to you. I need to move on in the essence of time because it is time for my presenter's pick. Now, in the early 1900s, this wonderful gemstone was discovered. It is, of course, your Morganite in the state of California in the USA. So it's a newcomer, I suppose, to the gemstone world. Certainly that would be considered the case. Morganite, though, has absolutely skyrocketed in its price tag. It's up there with your tanzanites. It's up there with some of the most astonishing price increases in the trade. And we kind of predicted that. And I'll explain how our predictions actually came true. We go to all of the different gem trades, all the different gem fairs. We've got mines around the world, and we've also got gem hunters who scour the world for wonderful opportunities. But our CEO and the gem buying team on a buying trip a few years back made an executive decision to buy some of the most sought after Morganite that they could, and then stop. As in stop buying. They stopped buying because they preempted the prices absolutely soaring, and true to their estimations, it did exactly that. We long for perfect pinks when it comes to your Morganite, and those wonderful, alluring peachy hues. It's the very definition of femininity, and that is why it is huge right now. When we ask, what is it about Morganite that we look for? What is the most valuable and sought after Morganite that we look for? It's these wonderful pinks with the undertones of peach coming through. Alluring is the word that I always use when it comes to this gorgeous gemstone. Feminine. It is, without shadow of a doubt, both of those. Morganite, though, as I was saying previously, and I've never actually known our CEOs or our buying team send a direct video link from a gem trade fair one, and this was at the end, it might be, at the end of last year, where we had a direct video message, not just for us as employees, but for us to share with you guys at home, specifically about any one gemstone. And it was basically saying, if you see a Morganite that you love or Morganite strand that you love, buy it because the prices have soared. Since that video message, and I will, and already, by the way, we've got people on the phone lines on the web. Since that video message, my Morganite, let me just check, this is Brazilian Morganite. My Morganite, which I took to have valued and appraised, which yes, I know is an investment. Yeah, I know you've got to, you need to pay for that as well, but it is worth its while, especially when you have got quality and sought after gemstones such as this. I actually went to have revalued, and we weren't wrong. Our gem buying team were not wrong. The price had almost, it got up a third in a space of a year. So the price of this gemstone has absolutely soared. Just because you are shopping here at Jewellery Maker, does that mean that we are going to follow suit? Does that mean that we are going to add to the prices from the timer source? No, of course not. We will always pass on those savings, irrespective of what is going on in the market, irrespective of the amazing quality that you get the opportunity to own. And this is some of the finest quality. Morganite is that very definite pink with a beautiful, beautiful peach undertone. It's a gemstone which is feminine, it's alluring, it's complementary. To me, it is the ultimate princess gemstone. It's like the Grace Kelly of the gemstone world. Don't you think it's the pinnacle of femininity, Debbie?
Absolutely. It's quite ethereal. It looks almost like you can see through it, and it's like a veil almost. Yeah. It is so beautiful. But I love the fact that you've got the peachy tones, and it's not until you actually put something next to it that is really peach that you realise those tones exist. And then you realise why it goes so beautifully on the skin tone because of those tones.
Yeah, it is.
They pull out the fleshy tones.
They do. They
and
really
they're just
do.
so feminine and beautiful. I love it.
If you're friends with me on Facebook, and I actually upload, and it was on my day off, I actually upload, and I'm saying all this whilst you're dialing through. We've got a big quantity opportunity of this Morganite strand, and believe me, we have got a big exciting price point to bring you as well. So if you want to beat the queues, be there as soon as you possibly can, because this is one that I don't think you're going to want to miss out on. Yeah, if you're friends with me on my Facebook page, it's Elle Presenter, so do come and join me if not. And I actually uploaded a picture on my day off of me wearing my Morganite solitaire, the one I was just referring to, and I'd not worn it in ages, and you only think, why haven't I worn this gorgeous piece of jewellery? And I was driving into my local town and I couldn't stop looking at it. It just kept capturing my eye, and perhaps that's why, perhaps I was thinking eyes on the road, Elle, and even my nail technicians commented about it. She said, oh my gosh, that ring is amazing, what gemstone. I was talking to her about it. She's like, I love it, where can I buy one? And I was talking about the situation of Morganite and how it's very difficult. We actually haven't bought any. You know, that initial purchase, that experience, that video link, that was since that one parcel. Our sister channel, we were told, hadn't bought any Morganite parcels, and unless it's changed since I've been back here at Jewellery Maker for a staggering 4 years. I'm not saying they haven't been able to offer it on our channel, because they have. They've got that one parcel, but they haven't been able to replenish that for an amazing 4 years, and I think that is still the case. Good luck to every single one of you. Like I said, we've got a very exciting price point coming your way. We should be amazingly, I can't believe I'm about to say this, for a 22 centimetre strand of up to 5 by 3 millimetre rondelles of all that perfect colour, $19.95. That's where we should be, not today. It is the perfect bridal piece, it's the perfect bridesmaid piece, it's the perfect feminine gemstone, and I don't think I've ever seen that carat weight of Morganite of this quality anywhere near that price tag. These aren't nuggets, these aren't chips. You've got 45 carats here for $12.95. We've just looked at our own website, so jewellerymaker.com, and we've got a strand of Morganite for 62 carats, so admittedly it's a little bit more, at £84.95. Look at the quality here. We've got another strand which is 58 carats, and that's $79.95. This morning, aren't you glad you tuned in? If you've been longing and waiting for Morganite, but maybe, I don't know, and I'm never too proud to admit this, your purse strings don't stretch that far. I particularly understand this time of year. We do need to watch it, don't we, our spending? It's something we're all conscious of. We all want to enjoy a big juicy turkey. Well, maybe not, but I do. A big juicy turkey on Christmas Day. So I understand, but that's why we're bringing you these kind of price tags. We've got a massive quantity, opportunity. Certainly one of the most exciting that I have ever seen, and I don't know if our CEO or any of our directors are aware that we've got such a huge quantity of Morganite available here at Jewellery Maker. I'm going to make a guess. If they did, this would be commissioned into a piece of jewellery and maybe actually put on our sister channels, or certainly split down the middle. I'm just guessing. I don't know if that would actually be true. Over 100 have already gone, by the way, so well done to every single one of you from all over the world, all up and down the UK. Sue, Christine, Kalisha, Rosemary, hello to you, Susie, Elaine, Pauline, Dee, you're with me, Kent, Jeffrey, hello to you, Margaret, Christine, Jean, Phyllis, hello to you in the Shetland Islands. We've got Manchester, many of you choosing to multi-buy as well. I mean, Debbie, to be able to own Morganite, and I would be, if you can, and I know I was saying we're all watching our purse strings, you might not be. If you're not, fantastic, you haven't got to worry about it, just dial through. You've just purchase some amazing quality Morganite at an inconceivable be the right word, inconceivable price point, and no reflection of the true value or worth. Amazing. I'm always down for an amazing savvy price point. Debbie, I'd be thinking, I'm keeping one for myself. That's going in my keepsake box of gemstones for the future. What would you do with the other one?
It's like tanzanite, isn't it? You buy it because you know it's so beautiful, and so you just keep it for investment almost. People are buying gemstones now rather than gold and silver, which is amazing. I think I would definitely treat myself, and I would probably put some of the gunmetal sort of coloured spacers, and that sounds a bit silly, between, or I'd probably stick to a precious metal, actually.
Yeah, totally.
I think I would probably put a rose gold in between, actually,
Yeah,
because that
lovely.
would really bring out the peachy tones.
My Morganite's got rose gold. I love that combination. I absolutely adore that combination.
Love it. Somebody did a necklace the other day and just, I think they had tanzanite, but they just put one tiny little seed bead in between each one. And you know, it was such a simple necklace, but it looked amazing. Really beautiful.
Why wouldn't, you don't need to overcomplicate the quality of a strand like this. Well done. I'm going to have to move on, but it is looking like it is going to be, is that going to be a sellout there? Yeah, 100%. I'm not surprised at all. I'm one big tick. If you, of course, download the certificate of authenticity if you want to. The quality of that I certainly would want to myself. Absolutely incredible. Now, how about some big, beautiful pearls? I love these. Absolutely adore these. Where's time gone? Really? It's 9:30 already. Time is flying this morning. Oh, it's a limited opportunity. I mean, they are perfectly spherical. If you are one that loves the finest, you know, the cream of the crop, the best of the best, then this is certainly some of the finest pearls that I think we've got available. I mean, look how uniform they are, Debbie. I have to hold up to the neckline. Look how uniform the pearls are. They're not misshapen. They're not oval. They're certainly not baroque. They're not rice bead shaped. They are perfect examples of a cultured pearl. 8mm round again, and also that very wearable size and classic size. I want to get these and make my mum a nice new pearl necklace for this.
Oh, I just think they're gorgeous. I can see why people just absolutely loved them. I mean, it goes back in history, doesn't it? You look at all of the pictures of their royal family going back hundreds of years, and they're all wearing pearls, and quite right too, and that's why.
Do you know, I was watching, I'm so glad you said that, Debbie, because I was watching a programme, your daytime television, and I know sometimes you're like, oh, I'll just watch it, it's just on in the background and everything, but, and it was one of those sort of antique-y places, and they were, where they go on and sell it, under auction. Anyway, and they were talking about pearls, and they were talking about how you actually differentiate between the two, between natural pearls and your cultured pearls, between cultured pearls and your synthetic pearls, and etc. They were talking about that. Fantastic. All I was like, yeah, 100% right. But then the actual valuer, he said, oh, of course they've gone out of fashion now. They have not gone out of fashion. I think they've been they're more and more in fashion now than they've been for decades.
I think Downton's done that.
Yeah.
I think with the programmes on the TV, you tend to go by their their look, don't you? And they definitely have brought it back into fashion.
I could not disagree with him. You know, when you're just sort of shouting at the television saying they're not out of fashion at all. I think they're more in fashion now than they perhaps ever have been, because they're available in all of the retailers out there. And this is what we look for. That wonderful spherical shape, uniform shape is the most highly valued price point wise. I mean, it's all your personal choice, especially. I love Biwa pearls, I love Keshi pearls, I love Baroque pearls, but I also love a really high-end, wonderfully round pearl. These with the black spinel that we had earlier on, they would look amazing, wouldn't they? Stunning. This is a limited edition opportunity. Do dial in as soon as you possibly can. 8mm, so they're not the big double figure size, so perfect for those who are a little bit more delicate and dainty, like my mummy. She's a bit more dainty and diddy than me. I call her Diddy one. So these would look wonderful on my mum.
They're perfect size, actually, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, they're a real saleable size as well.
Yes, very much so. Now, good luck to every single one of you. Now, I've just heard if you spend over £35 today, you also get a free gift. While stocks last, though. So if you've already spent £35 today, you've got a free gift on your way. If you haven't and you like receiving something for nothing, well, I certainly do, then get your orders open today. How about an amazing quality of pearls? Well, these should be £49.95. Please do your research on the quality of these pearls, and you'll realise that's no reflection of the true value or worth. We're going to honour it today at its lowest price point. Grab it whilst you can, last in stock. Hello to you, Kent. Hello to you, Northumberland. You've already got yours. We've got other telephone bidders there as well. Ready. There we go, free gift also. So if you get this wonderful strand of pearls, you've also got a free gift on its way. We've got a text message coming in from Jacqueline in Yorkshire. Hello to you. Hi all at JM. Those pearls with a few of the Morganites in between. Yeah, wow. That would be so special. Just got my .50 Morganite today. Wow, it is so... I bet. A solitaire. Half a carat Morganite. Oh, did you get that in the faceted collection, Jacqueline? Yes, imagine one of those suspended.
Oh,
one of the faceted collection
fabulous.
Morganites. Oh, it sounds like it is. Well done to you, Elsie. Well done to you, Kent. Well done to you, Jane. Well done to you, London. Congratulations. Do stay where you are on those phone lines. We're going to race through lots of opportunities now. Don't miss out on that. I'm not surprised. London, I don't know for certain, but if you're a retailer and you're going to go on, restrand that, sell it on for hundreds of pounds, I wouldn't be surprised by that at all. At all, at all. Box number 8 from 8 o'clock. Is it the ones? Okay. Let me tell you a story. We've only got 25 of these. Tell you a story. Kim and I were expecting, this is going back a few weeks ago, a strand of peacock pearls which mysteriously disappeared from our schedule in the show. To say we were upset was an understatement. Well, okay, we have them, but we have the last in stock opportunity. Debbie, this is why we're upset.
They're gorgeous. They're huge.
Peacock cultured pearls.
Oh, they are beautiful.
This is why we were so upset.
I've never seen them that size before. Never seen
Nor
pearls
me.
that
They're like...
They are stunning.
Big, substantial peacock cultured pearls, 10mm rounds. You've got those fabulous oceanic tones, haven't you? Aren't they amazing?
They are.
Flashes of blues and greens and purple tones. We're going to have to bring that price tag in. Yeah, Kim's saying, we need that price, Elle. Our jewellery makers are loving them as well. Can you understand why Kimbo and I we threw our dollies out of our pram somewhat? We did, didn't we, Kim? We were pouting. The bottom lip was well and true. I forgot what they were going to. The bottom lip was well and truly like this. You understand though, Debbie, don't you?
Yeah.
It took an awful lot for us to get over this strand and not being able to show it.
I think I've only ever seen just creamy, sort of beigey coloured pearls at that size before. I don't think I've ever seen that colour.
Well, do you know,
amazing.
they're so distinctly similar to your Tahitian pearls. But, of course, if these were Tahitian pearls, you'd be looking at, well, hugely, hugely considered, you know, thousands upon thousands. Just to give you an experience, there was a Tahitian pearl necklace in one of the establishments that I used to work at, whole necklace like this, did have diamonds in, admittedly. That was £52,000. £52,000 for a Tahitian pearl necklace. I mean, it was stunning, don't get me wrong, but £52,000. Well, I haven't got that kind of money, but I still love that look. It's a great way of doing it at a fraction of the cost, isn't it?
Oh my goodness, yes.
It's gone. Well done. Oh, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Should we bring you some more pearls? How about Christmassy pearls? I've been looking at your Christmas jumpers. Have you got your Christmas jumpers sorted?
No, I haven't actually. I've been looking, but I can't find one I like.
Nor me. I can't find one either.
No.
I can't find one, so I have to keep an eye out. But, okay, so if you can't find your Christmas jumper, think about your Christmas Day outfit instead. Or, well, Christmas season, basically. And I think these need to be added to it. They are the very definition, aren't they? They're like beautiful poinsettia plants. They've got that wonderful colour, that mulberry red. Now, these are your Baroque pearls, which have that organic shape. I love those curves. I love the angles. I love the reflective properties that you get from this wonderful type of pearl. Of course, these are cultured, meaning they have actually been cultivated, i.e. farmed. But, of course, grown within the mollusk itself. They're 11 by 9mm. I mean, these team it with maybe some green gemstones. You've got your holly and ivy look. These will look fabulous with some of the pieces that Debbie has created in the next kit. They've got that perfect Christmassy, festive colour. These look amazing, sort of just around, I don't know, some holly in your house. Of course, you can go on then to create some pieces of jewellery. Would you agree, Debbie?
Yeah, I would actually. And I like pearls like that because they look real.
Yeah.
Don't they? They really do. They look like little cranberries. They're beautiful.
They do.
They really are.
Did you hear me talking about Mary Berry the other day? Did you hear me talking about... I love Mary Berry. I want to meet Mary Berry. I think she'd be ace. I reckon she'd be a really nice person to have at the dinner table. Mary Berry. She's a national treasure, isn't she?
She is.
I was watching the Great British Bake Off the other day, and you know, to be fair, she's probably not short of cash, is she? I highly doubt she's short of cash. So she could probably buy, you know, your perfectly spherical, wonderfully, well, perfect pearls, couldn't she? She could afford the 4-figure price tags. However, I was watching the Great British Bake Off, and they were obviously doing their testing where they're eating all the cakes. Very envious of that job. Anyway, and I was looking to, oh, lovely Baroque pearls there, Mary Berry. I kind of said it out loud. And so this wonderful shape, she chose them. She chose it, and I totally agree with you, Debbie. It's because they do look like the real thing. People recognise that these are the real deal. Hello to you, Mirabelle in Yorkshire. Nice to see you this lovely morning. I've also got Sussex there, Sally, Layla. Hello to you, Janice, Jan. Hello to you, Dorothy, May, Stephanie, Deborah in Leicestershire. Gorgeous colours. How easy would it be, Debbie, to get this restranded or restrand it yourself with some silks and just simply attach? Look at this one. Where is he? Look at that one. It's like a love heart.
Oh, that's really pretty.
That's gorgeous, isn't it? Restrand it and attach maybe a simple clasp, and you've got a piece of jewellery.
Absolutely, and on the Christmas table as well. If you had some nice little candle holders, you can just sprinkle them around.
Lovely.
And then make something out of them afterwards.
Gemstones on the table.
And then you can make something out of them at the end of the dinner, couldn't you?
Oh, amazing.
Beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. Good luck, dial in as soon as you can. We are very busy this morning. We have got sellouts. We're not very many, or in fact, we don't often see your mulberry colour, do we?
No,
and what's really on trend right now, and I noticed our Scott was wearing one yesterday, is the mulberry and the mustard tones. Very, very fashionable and on trend. I love mustards and mulberries. They're really gorgeous, rich, warming colours, aren't they? Now, these should be... No. $7.95.
But they're enormous.
But they're 11 by 9, yeah. These aren't seed beads. These aren't teeny weeny ones. $6.95. For all of those gorgeous, big, sizable mulberry. And we've got the teeny tiny ones, which some people favour, which I love as well. But great as accenting. That's an incredible price point.
I can see that for somebody on a Christmas day, just with simple little drop wrapped earrings, and nice little red berry earrings.
Yeah.
And just on the lovely silver chain we had to start the show, just with one wrapped, you know, and a nice stretchy bracelet or something with a little silver charm on, and you just feel like you're ready for Christmas, wouldn't you?
Beautiful.
Stunning.
Simple. Beautiful. Little black dress.
Yeah. Perfect. Stretchy trousers.
Stretchy trousers. You've got to have stretchy trousers on Christmas Day. If you don't, you're only going to suffer, aren't you? Well, I do anyway, just because I can't stop eating. Yeah. Stretchy trousers. You know, have the elegant bit here. Nobody's going to look around the waistline. They'll be looking at your pearls, won't they? $6.95, and nobody's going to think that that's a price tag, which is, well, it's not a price tag associated with the quality of these cultured pearls. Add it to your order if you can. I mean, that's a cheeky price point. That's a, you know, that's a no, don't hesitate price point, isn't it?
That's
Would you
right.
use gold or silver or rose?
I would probably use gold at Christmas only because that's traditionally it's nice
I
and
would
warm.
as well.
But actually, it looks lovely with silver too.
Yeah.
It's quite a bit more contemporary with silver, perhaps.
Do you know what else I've thought of? If you're a Christmas bride,
Oh yeah.
you know, sometimes to anyone that's getting married at Christmas, this would be gorgeous for a Christmas bride, wouldn't it? Maybe in a tiara or something like
or in a
that would be
bouquet or
fabulous.
something. Fabulous.
Yeah, tied into your bouquet. Amazing. $6.95 is an incredible. I thought this was going to be double figures all day long. Not, and well, you certainly did as well, because there's tons and tons and tons of you there. Well done. I need to move on. Box number 10. Now we were talking about the more delicate, the little. Well, I say delicate. These are smaller, but they're not so small that you're going to really struggle to maybe get different threading material through. They're not so tiny that you'll struggle to see. Well, hopefully not anyway. They have got you know, a substance behind them, as in they are noticeable. They are noticeable, but they're your rondelles also. Your Brock rondelles, I know our graphics don't say, but you'll see where I'm coming from, certainly. They nestle in beautifully next to one another. Look how pearlescent. Look at that wonderful reflective surface. Very highly reflective. 6x4mm, so you can see they're a different shape, and that comes from the fact that they are organic. They are an organic gemstone, meaning that they form in a living organism, so they are going to be individual. They are as individual as you and I, and that's the appeal when it comes to Brock pearls. They're not trying to be round. They are this shape, and they're content to be this shape, which I love. We need more of that, don't you think? More of that. There isn't a gemstone that I can think of that won't go with your white freshwater cultured pearls. They work wonderfully with, you know, polar opposites, so your blacks, your reds. They work wonderfully with the soft, subtle tones like that quartz bundle that we had. It'll work beautifully with your imperial topaz or the morganite. Work wonderfully with your turquoise, which is coming up later on in the show. Big auction. Work wonderfully with the sapphire and the tourmaline that I've got coming up later on. I mean, it's just endless. Debbie, you could sew these as well, couldn't you? You can use these as tiaras.
Yes, you could use it for tiaras or sew it onto your wedding veil. Or have them wired into your lilies and your bouquet or something, and then later on you can take them out and have them made into a piece of jewellery. They really are useful because they are a certain size that you can use as spacers, or they can be used in their own right. I think you know they can complement other gemstones, but they're big enough to make, say, for bridesmaids, little bracelets and things like that. They look really pretty.
Oh, that would look gorgeous, just as a simple bracelet, which then you can go on to attach charms if you wanted to. Maybe the date or something like that, birth date. Yeah, beautiful star sign. Now, already lots of you there on the web and on the phone line should be... What are we going to? $6.95. Straight down, $6.95. Intermittently with your mulberry pearls would be beautiful. Pretty much every single one, and I'm just going to, there we go, adjust my call screen, is multi-buying. Hello to you, Lynn, Sally, Deborah, Marion, Janice. Hello to you, Jan, Carol, Jeanette. Hello to you, Karen, Wendy, another Carol, Susan, Patricia, you're with me. I've got the USA dialing through as well, 6x4mm. I agree, the size means that you can, and if I just for demonstrational purposes, I mean, that's beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, it's really pretty.
So simple and elegant.
You just see a little charm on the front, either to pick up the colour of your bridesmaid's dress or for their birth charm, their birth sign, whatever. It would be fabulous.
It really would.
Lovely.
And you'll get two bracelets out of this, I'd say.
Will, so it's wearable after the event, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Lovely. But make sure you get enough so you can have one as well, because I think you'll be ever so envious. $6.95 only. Good luck to every single one of you. Do stay on those phone lines. You have done it. Congratulations to you. Box number 1. Now, who loves moonstone? I do, for all of its wonderful, fascinating optical effects. Optical effects meaning it is a phenomena gemstone, so you will see visualities, you might see chatoyancy, you might see asterisms in phenomena gemstones, you might see colour change. These are all phenomena gems. When it comes to your moonstone, it is the performance of light, which is trapped by tiny inclusions internally, which bring you that fabulous adolescence. Have you ever seen such an amount? I mean, this is like a treasure chest, isn't it? I know.
That is amazing. Oh, wow.
Have you ever seen such an amount of moonstone? And incredibly, with a bundle like this of this size, you know, as in the carat weights, you would think we would have only a handful. Triple figure quantity. Debbie, can you imagine? I want to see these cascading out of my jewellery collection.
Oh,
out of the jewellery box.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Oh, let me just count them out. 1, 2, 3, still going. 4, 5. How many people do you know? 6? 6 girls maybe? 7 girls? 8 girls? 9 girls? 10?
10 necklaces straight away, 360 degrees, gorgeous, gorgeous gemstone, natural gemstones in all variations of colour. This is 10 strands, over the moon. I know it says it on your graphics, I just physically wanted to lay them all out as well, of beautiful quality moonstone. Have you ever seen that amount before in a bundle, Debbie?
I haven't. No, never. That's just beautiful.
They're like silk, aren't they? It's, I mean, it is like the tiny, tiny, tiny inclusions that are within moonstone and similar to your labradite. And oh yeah, we've got a piece of jewellery which has been created with this as well, which I want to show. It creates a fabulous silky appearance, doesn't it, within the gem?
It does. It does. It's just. You're right there. It's just got a silky, like it's got a silk thread going through them.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah, it is beautiful.
So beautiful. Now we've got a piece of jewellery made by our lovely Sue. Hello, Sue, my darling. I know she'll be watching the show right now. And she's created that scroll. You know how much I love that scroll, and I love this detail as well. Really bring out the more sort of sunstone, moonstone colours that you're seeing here. Wonderful. We've got a big, substantial quantity of this beautiful kit. There's just an idea from one of our fabulous budding beaders, the gorgeous Sue. All of these, I mean, it's going to last you an eternity. I don't think you're ever going to need to buy moonstone. Oh yes, we've got another piece. We've got another piece.
By Sandra. I think the thing's come off. By Sandra.
This is by Sandra. There's a lot of moonstone in this as well, and I'm sure they wouldn't have run out from this bundle.
No, it's nice to see it with gold as well, because usually it's put with sort of rose gold, but it's nice to see it with gold. It's lovely. It works.
It does really work. It really, really works. And I love the elongation of this piece as well.
Beautiful.
Fabulous. That's from Sandra. Beautiful. Maureen, Jane, Layla, Conway, hello to you. Carolyn, Janice, Anne, Peggy and Mick, Patricia, hello to you. I'm just going to move those out the way because that is one ginormous bust. One ginormous bust, which is kind of, which is kind of blocking me ever so slightly. I was talking about the display rather than me, obviously. Obviously. Clearance opportunity. Incredibly, we've got a three-figure three-figure quantity available within the bulk. I wouldn't want to put these down. They're so fabulously tactile.
For anyone who likes to make the gemstone trees, they would be
yes,
fabulous, wouldn't they? I mean, you were in abundance, the colours you've got there. It's amazing how different the colours are when you had them all striped on the desk.
Yeah.
There they look as though they've got similar tones, but actually you've got quite a
variation, haven't you?
Colours, haven't
There's
you?
quite silvery tones in this.
like
fabulous.
That.
If you love your John Lewis advert, you know, the moon advert, I adore that. It made me raise a little tear, as they always do. They always succeed in making me cry in the run-up to Christmas. This is quite, you know, it's got that sentiment behind it, I suppose. We have to bring that price tag in because lots of you on the phone lines are showing interest in this as well, as you should be. I totally concur. 10 strands of your natural moonstone should be £29.50, amazingly. That's less than £1.50 per strand, or £1.49 per strand for moonstone. Moonstone's known as well, isn't it? As a little girl, I knew moonstone was a gemstone, which was rare, and it was valuable, and it was sought after. £1.49. Do you know what I would do with these, Debbie? I'd literally restrand them, layer them up, because you could wear them with your jumpers in the winter, you can wear them with your maxi dresses in the summer.
Yeah, in the shops I've noticed there's a lot of, again, a lot of multi-strands of chain, but also multi-strands of just one colour. Yeah. Or similar colours. And that would be perfect and lovely. Absolutely adore it.
Really beautiful.
You've gone mad today, but I'm glad you have, because I think it's a fabulous bargain.
Oh, amazing bargains.
Amazing.
I don't know where to start. I mean, you could create then just like, let's do the classic twist, but obviously I won't use all 10 because that's just not, well, it's not necessary.
You won't be able to lift your head.
I won't be able to lift my head, yeah. You'd be sort of put it on, you'd be like that, oh, I'm not going anywhere, because there's that many carats, isn't there? So I've got 4, so I'm still very, very gem heavy here. Hold that up to the neckline. Look at that, it's fabulous, isn't it?
That is gorgeous. Little snow queen, it's lovely.
It is, isn't it? Or
beautiful.
just layer it if you're thinking, right, all you do is get the early bird, the chain, thread it through either side. Yeah. And there's your necklace. Good to go. Or if you wanted to sort of layer it up like this, I've got to be careful with my mic, but look, just layer it up like so, maybe not some. Fabulous.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Absolutely amazing. Well done to every single one of you. I need to move on though in the essence of time. We've got a big quantity of those, so if you're watching on the repeats, you should be successful. Okay, now, time to bring it down a notch. So, last week, We had the privilege of launching for the first time ever in the history of Jewellery Maker. If you've been away or you've not been able to tune in anytime soon, then this is probably the first time that you've ever experienced, well, it is the first time since last week, that we've been able to bring you this fantastic gemstone. It is, of course, your Tahitian pearl. Now, why is a Tahitian pearl so sought after? Why is a Tahitian pearl so commanding of elevated price tags? It is because it is a very sensitive creature, and I love that sentiment. But, you know, for all of its characteristics, for the beauty of the location, for everything that this gemstone is, it's understandable when we start from the very beginning of how this beautiful, the queen of the ocean actually is formed. You can understand why it does, fetch not just 4 figures, but even up into the 5 figures on many occasions. I'm not saying that's what it's valued at, this opportunity, but I am certainly saying that I would encourage you to do your price increases. The Queen of the Ocean and the Queen of Pearls. It is your Tahitian, and it's coming up right now. So the Tahitian pearls comes from the French Polynesia, a beautiful location, and that beauty is almost emulated into this wonderful gemstone. But what makes a Tahitian pearl so distinctive is its colouring. Rather than be the sort of white or creamish colour that we see more frequently in the market, this is a very inky, quite an aubergine or purpley tone that you get from this gemstone. It's cultivated from a mollusk called the black-lipped oyster, which is very, very sensitive, and I'll explain that for a second. Firstly, it has to mature. It has to mature for 2 years before the oyster itself can even start the cultivating process. That actually takes the oyster up to almost 1 foot in diameter, so it is one of the biggest oysters out there. Then what happens is the cultivating, where a small mother of pearl, a bead, is actually injected into the oyster itself, and then progressively replicating the motion of the ocean. I love that expression. Replicating the motion of the ocean, the movement. The oyster actually coats and protects itself from that alien substance, if you like, that is actually within the mollusk shell, coats it with a nacre surface. So progressively that pearl will get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, depending on the temperatures of the water, etc. The shape, ideally, is a perfect uniformed round. That's what you're looking for. That's how you get that perfect round, is because of the waves, the lapping of the ocean, I suppose, creating that wonderful shape. A smooth nacre surface where there's not any indentations, where there's not any nicks. This is what we all look for. The first time that we launched Tahitian pearls, which was only last week, I had the huge privilege of speaking to many of our jewellery makers who got in touch with me when now they've got it home, and hopefully going on to get them valued, certainly already recognising the prices that Tahitian pearls can be. It's very rare to get a double figure size, and it's highly unusual to get one, even in a triple figure price tag in many occasions. We had countless messages coming into the studio about the fact that there were Tahitian pearls, and I'm talking singular, not 3 like what you're getting in this opportunity, single Tahitian pearls at prices like £500 and above. Now these are half drilled, meaning you could create the perfect pendant, perfect pair of earrings, and you'll see just how perfect they are. Hold it up in what we call a grabber, so you can actually see the perfection of the shape, you can see the impact of the size, you can see how wonderfully smooth they are. Now these are this one's very definitely like an aubergine tone, blemish free, aren't they? They are flawless, and this is just one of the 3 that you are getting. I haven't got mine as of yet. I've got a Tahitian pearl, but I haven't been able as of yet. Christmas on the way, like I say, I'm not too proud to say that I have to watch the purse strings, but I haven't been able to get involved as of yet. I will, don't get me wrong, and it's going to go on then to be a pendant for myself, a pendant for my mum, and a pendant for my best friend, for each of us to wear. That sentiment, because I know if it weren't for Jewellery Maker right now, I wouldn't be able to actually gift a Tahitian pearl. I mean, it's so exciting, Debbie, isn't it, to be able to... We're in a league now where we're up with the big boys in terms of the gemstone calibre and buying.
Absolutely. The company's just gone from strength to strength in the quality of their gemstones, and I can't believe we're bringing those. Now, I said to you and to Kim, what have you, that when I went to the Christmas market yesterday, this particular jewellery stand had a card, and on the card they had, please choose your size of Tahitian pearl and we will add this to your jewellery. And for one pearl, and I wrote it down, for one pearl that's a 6 mil Tahitian pearl they had on sale for £69 each. And for a 12 mil was £289 per pearl, per earring. Now, I was just blown away when I saw those prices, and I couldn't believe when I came in this morning, here we've got,
lo and behold,
those pearls. I mean, it's just such a coincidence. And I thought, my goodness me, the price of those.
I know. It's
I'm
truly...
interested to see what we do.
Well, please, before we bring the price tag in, if you've never experienced Tahitian pearls before here at Jewellery Maker, please do not think, and I can't say this with such conviction enough, please do not think that this is what they really are valued at. I've worked in the industry since I was 18 years old. Every bone in my body tells me that these are gemstones which can fetch some of the highest price points in the world, and I'm talking generally across all of your gems. I talked earlier on about that 5-figure Tahitian pearl necklace that was on sale. Big celebrity. There's a very well-known celebrity, a football star. She came in and bought a Tahitian pearl necklace from the establishment that I worked at. It was a 5-figured sum. I'm not saying you can source pearls for double-figure price points. It doesn't tend to be your Tahitian pearls, however. I think the best point we actually found in comparison was a couple of £100, for just one of those. For all three this morning, £119 and 95 pence. That's less than £40 each. I'm just going to hold one up to the ear. You saw 6mm for £70.
Yes. And 12 mil for 289.
Okay, so this is 10.25mm.
Wow.
And we're £40. £40 each.
That is incredible.
Well, you've got a pair of earrings and a pendant, or you've got a ring and... Or like what I'm going to do, I'm going to be one for my mum, one for my best friend, one for myself. I just think, otherwise, I never ever thought I'd be able to gift Tahitian pearls.
No. No, I was really amazed actually yesterday when I saw them, and I came in this morning and saw those, because those are at the top end of this particular shop's offer. And a lady was asking about them, and they only had sort of half a dozen in stock across the sizes, because they were so special, and they hadn't got any jewellery made up in them, because they said they couldn't really make jewellery up because they had so few. They had to do it to order, which is why they had this chart.
Yeah.
Just beautiful.
Just amazing, aren't they? And you can actually see on the back of my hand the differing tones, because you do get sort of a greeny hue, then sometimes you get a purpley hue, which is, it's emulating the black lip oyster, so the mollusk itself. You can imagine those sort of wonderful colours. And also understand why they command such a high price point. I've got to move on in the essence of time, because we are running out of time, and I've got so much more to bring you this morning. Don't forget, we have got coming up straight after the break, is it that time, Kim? Oh, yeah, I love this gemstone. We've got a beautiful strand of chrysocolla. If you've never heard of it before, it's because it is a gemstone which isn't very often used in jewellery because of its scarcity, but it is certainly desired. Coming up after this very short break.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information. If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com. Did you know when you book on a Jewellery Maker workshop, you are given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Welcome everybody, and for those of you that have not experienced this wonderful gemstone, because it's not one that we see every single day, this is your wonderful chrysocolla. Now it is favoured by Sarah Bennett. Sarah Bennett chooses this gorgeous gemstone to be commissioned into her fabulous personal collection, and one that always sells out. Now there are often definite distinctions and comparisons made to that of turquoise and chrysocolla, and you can understand why. It has got a beautiful bluish green tone, which comes from the copper presence of this gemstone. So quite similar to turquoise, that colour does actually come from the copper there, but this is a little bit more unique in the sense it hasn't got a defined chemical structure, because there are so many different variations, and those different variations will determine what colours are actually in this gemstone. But what I can tell you as a certainty is it will have a beautiful waxy lustre, a wonderful reflective shine. It is an opaque gemstone, so you're not looking for transparency, you're not necessarily looking for brilliance. Well, in fact, you're not looking for brilliance. It is an opaque gem, so often it's left in cabochons, often it's left in plain rounds like this, or faceted like so, if you want to really add to that gorgeous sparkle. So chrysocolla, for all of its visualities, it's like our wonderful planet, isn't it, from the distance, like you were like that man on the John Lewis advert, sat on the moon looking down at Earth. You can see that combination of the oceans and the land masses together within this gem. It's absolutely fascinating, and I don't get to bring it to you every single day. The colour is everything the chrysocolla aspires to be. Faceted plain round, so this really, I personally just restrand this into a stretchy bracelet, and whereas so we were talking about charm bracelets with your gemstones, this would be amazing for that. Absolutely amazing. Debbie, you'd never seen chrysocolla in person before?
No, never seen it before.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Beautiful. It's a really unusual colour, isn't it?
Yes.
It's not. It's like a tealy, bluey green. It's just gorgeous.
It is. And I love the fact that you've got formations running within. I like the fact that no two are the same. I like the fact that their own chemical compositions are not the same, which is I find really, really exciting. I love the fact that they have got that real virtuous luster. They're kind of almost like they've been polished to a degree, or even coated with a waxing, but it's not. It's actually the gemstone itself.
It reminds me of cracked mirrors. Do you know
yes.
So it's not. It's looks sort of old, vintage sort of colour. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like something's been polished, and all that all the years of love and polish have gone into all the different facets.
I love that.
I just like the fact that it looks quite old.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You could put that with rose gold and put some with some of those tiny pearls, and it would look really, really lovely.
Just amazing. Or team it with the actual turquoise that we've got coming up. I mean, because they are part and parcel. They are hand in hand, these two. Chrysocolla and of course your turquoise, very similar in how they actually are formed. So beautiful. Instantaneously, we've got Chrysocolla collectors on the phone lines. So brand new opportunity. Certainly, I've never seen faceted Chrysocolla previously before. Yeah, I've had the chance to bring it in Sarah Bennett's collection, and she could choose any gemstone. Certainly, kunzite, aquamarine, morganite is in there. Chrysocolla is another gem of her choice. We should be bringing this to you at $19.95. Amazing price point for a natural gemstone, for all of that beautiful faceting in an 7 to 8 millimeter strand, so a slight graduation. A special price point, introductory deal for you. Well done to those of you that have already guaranteed yours. 90 carats for $12.95. Chrysocolla for $12.95. I love the name of it as well. Don't you think it's a little bit fun?
I do actually. I had to sort of double check when I said, what did you call it? It's a really strange name,
yeah,
isn't it?
It is.
Really unusual
Chrysocolla.
name.
Yeah, it's unusual sounding, but it's an unusual looking gem as well, isn't it? The best way I can describe it, and I think the first time I ever did describe it to someone was, imagine our planet from another planet, or as if you were sat on the moon, and it looks like that, doesn't it? You've got the land mass, you've got the sea mass, you've got that fusion of colour. Just amazing, aren't they? And all totally and utterly unique. June, hello to you. Jane, Carol, Emma, Jan, hello to you. Irene, hello to you. Oh, I can't read that, and I'm Welsh. I can't even read that. Sorry. I've got Carol, Sally, hello to you. Veronica, Maureen, Karen, Denise. You've got yours. Patricia and June. I'm laughing because of the Welsh location. Hang on. Pen. It's moving. So Penpadair Hall. Penpadair Hall. I hope I pronounced that right. And listen, I'm from Wales, so I should be able to. Forgive me if I haven't. Karen, Denise, Samantha, hello to you. Hannah, Viv, you've got yours. Rutwanti, congratulations to you. Chrysocolla with all of its uniqueness. You can see the similarities, the distinct similarities, and the distinct comparisons there are to your turquoise.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely same colour tone.
Yeah.
Same colour palette, definitely.
I think those two together...
Oh, they look beautiful.
They do, don't they?
They do, actually. They do complement each other. They're lovely.
Wonderfully. This is coming up a little bit later on in the hour. Remember, I've got a massive auction of your turquoise coming up today. Now, just to give you a heads up, Kimbo will be multi-buying on this, so it's a huge, huge, huge quantity. Shall I bring you a new chain? Shall I bring you a different... we had our early bird earlier on, which sold out. Now, this one is your classic Rolo. Classic Rolo chain. So perfect rounds. They link together like I suppose a paper chain that we used to actually make when we were little. Gorgeously reflective. It is your Rolo chain. Comes with the extender, comes with the clasp, comes with the little individual charm. Solid 925 sterling silver. Look how reflective that is. That's gorgeous, isn't it? There's the extender that you're looking at there. So if you're thinking about the differing of the links, I think you can personalise these. Maybe put someone's initials on there, or a little love heart, or maybe your own little private message, a bit like that Morse code. We were talking about that on the Wall of Fame. Yeah. You could have, if you've got something, like your own little thing, a little tick, a little message. That would be nice, wouldn't it? To send to your nearest and dearest. Just a little message. Little message. I think I would put on there for my mum, Diddy one. Because I'm the only one that calls her Diddy one. But she is Diddy, and she knows that it's a term of endearment for her. Bless her. If she's watching right now, she's like, oh, Eleanor. I'm sure she's tutting at me right now. Yeah, beautiful. Nice sentiment behind the actual charm itself, and would work with the Morganite, would work with the Chrysocolla you've just seen, would work with the Imperial Topaz that you've just seen, would work with the pearls that you've seen, the Tahitian pearls, and of course the Imperial Topaz, the sapphires that we've got coming up later on. It'd be amazing with, and the tourmaline, just beautiful. We were talking about Christmas gifts. We were talking about not just Christmas, seasons ahead as well. We don't have a chain on Jewellery Maker every single day. So christenings, birthdays, anniversaries.
Valentine's.
Valentine's. Oh, good point. Yeah, good point.
Okay, let's bring that price tag in for you, because already lots of you there should be £9.95. With the charm, with the extended chain, with the bolt ring, finished piece of jewellery. We're saying how on trend it is, Debbie, just to wear it like so, without any additions. Looks fabulous with your additions as well. But today, lowest price point. Lowest price point of the chain. £7.95. Look how substantial the chain is. Look at the graphics underneath. Average gram weight of 3 grams here. It's substantial. It's beautiful, beautiful quality. It is certainly jewellery establishment quality. In fact, way above many other establishments. I'm not making direct comparisons, but I'm just saying you can certainly buy chain probably for... You can buy silver chain or a silver chain necklace for probably about £10 elsewhere. I've certainly seen it. But it's the quality that I look for. I don't want something which is so insignificant it glues and sticks to my skin. Do you know what I mean,
yes,
Debbie?
I do.
The ones that don't hang because they're so pathetic.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. They don't have extenders on there. They don't. It just doesn't look right.
They're limp, aren't
yes,
they?
Yeah.
They're kind of like, yeah, I'm glued to your décolletage because I haven't got any weight behind me. They're all of a wonk. Yeah. No, I don't want that. Don't want that. Now it's time for your first kit, so do stay on those phone lines. Congratulations to every single one of you. Now, I am in love with this kit. I'm fully in the festive spirits. I'm super excited about this Christmas. Oh, I love all of Debbie's designs. Should we go over, Deb? Should we go over? Because the first part is full of your clay. So if you love polymer clay, I do love polymer clay. You know this, Debs, don't you?
I do.
It's no surprise. The first medium I started when I came to Jewellery Maker was polymer clay.
Yeah.
Just because I'm a big kid at heart. I am an absolute big kid and I love making, building, bought all the tools, etc. Still going strong 3 years on. 3 years on. But these are gorgeous festive colours.
They are. They're perfect. Perfect for Christmas time.
They really are. So the first part of your kit, and I'll just shimmy those over to one side, can you see that? Just turn it around ever so slightly, are all of your blocks of clay. So these are for your Christmas canes. So it's your polymer clay. You get black, hang on a minute, Debbie.
Black clay, I know.
I can't remember the last time I saw black clay.
I know, I was amazed when I opened up the packet.
In fact, I'll have that. No, not really. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. But you don't see black clay.
No, we've been desperate to get the black clay in and we have it, so thank goodness.
Oh, thank goodness, thank goodness. So you've got your black and then you've got your wonderful sparkly white, which I love, and it's got that sort of glitter inside. You can see the quality of Primo, can't you?
You can.
Really can. There's your sparkly white. Then you've got your very festive red. I want to buy this bundle. I really want to buy this bundle. If my other half is watching right now, please buy this because he knows I love Primo as well. Then you've got your very festive greens. So here's for your Christmas tree. I love a Christmas tree out of polymer clay, Debs, don't I?
You do indeed, yes.
Love a Christmas tree. And then if you wanted to add sort of, maybe holly. Which would you prefer? Oh, is that sparkly as well?
It's got pearl in it.
It's got a pearly sparkle. Love that. Then you've got your purple. Then you've got your gold. And then you've got, your mulberry red. I want this bundle. I really want this bundle. But we're not just done there. You've also got all of your glaze. Kimbo, can you write this code down for me? It's your satin glaze and your gloss glaze. What's the difference, Deb?
Just the look of it. And I've done a little sample of them, so I'll show you when you come over here what the difference is between the two. But they do dry beautifully clear, crystal clear. Although they are white in the bottles, they do dry really crystal clear. They're really good.
Amazing. So 2, 4, 6, 8 blocks of your Primo, of your polymer clay, in colours which I can't stress. I like gold dust, the black, the white, the mulberry, the red. They are like gold dust, aren't they?
They are, and the jungle colour, which is like the bluey green at the front, the dark green.
This one here?
Yes.
Oh, it is like a jungle.
Yeah, it is called jungle. It's very rare that you can get that one. It's quite difficult to get hold of.
There we go. Yeah, gorgeous colour that, isn't it? It's quite a dark, sort of khaki green, I suppose.
New one earlier this year.
It's a new one. 8 blocks that you're getting of your Primo, and of course both of your glazes, your satin and your gloss. For all of these, £17.95. One block of clay in certain establishments can be...
Well, anything between £2.25 to £2.70 I've seen recently.
There we go. There we go. And your glazes.
I don't know about the glazes. I have to hold my hands up. I don't know.
These are quite big. These are the big bottles, aren't they? They are the big bottles, so they're going to last you ages and ages and ages and ages and ages and ages. Yeah, without shadow of a doubt. So £17.95. Everything that you're seeing here, I'm getting 100% off because I want to be doing what you've done, Debbie. I've got people coming around, I'm thinking everybody can have little name places like that, like what you've got. Okay, so we're bringing what next, sorry, Kimbo? The liquid pearl. Now, these are beautiful. And again, never seen this quantity in one bundle before. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 bottles. I've seen the liquid pearl before, but only a couple of them. I've only actually seen 3, and I think it was with you, Debbie. Well, it would make sense to be with you. Back in the old studios, that was the last time, and I think it was these colours we actually had then. Look, I think it was those colours that we had. I'll just move those over a bit. Aren't they gorgeous? So you've got like your wonderful blues, your whites and your pinks. Then let's add a little bit of gorgeous greens, lavenders. Oh, I like this one. That's amazing, isn't it?
Really vibrant. That's
really vibrant. That's a gorgeous colour. Then you've also got your burgundy. Then you've got, can you see that? There we go. I'm trying to get these all on so you can see them all, because there is lots and lots and lots. One more. There we go. So in total, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 bottles of your liquid pearl, and it does create a pearlescence to it, doesn't it?
It does. It does. It dries with a form, so you can put little blobs on things. You can write names with them. You can do all sorts of things. I'll show you some techniques that I've used.
Absolutely beautiful. I've seen 3 in a pack before once, but never 10 in a pack previously. Yeah. And you can really alternate the colour of your polymer clay, can't you?
You can, because the colours of those actually go very well with the colours of the polymer clay that you're offering. Yeah,
beautiful. And Debbie, you did say that gosh, I had so much with this kit. I had so much. So yeah, if you want to really start, if you really want to get into your polymer like I do, it's very addictive. Well, I am already into it, but then this is a great bundle for you. I haven't got anywhere near all of these colours, and I want to get it. All of those 10 for £14.99. Sorry, £14.95. What's the matter with me? That's £14. That's £1.49 each.
That's really good, actually. It's very, very good. And they do last a long, long time. They really do, because you don't use very much at all.
No, it's just like a little dab, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a teeny dab.
Tiny amount.
Could you use this with anything else other than polymer?
Yes, you can, actually, because if you baked something beforehand, if you put it in the oven, they start to go quite liquid, so you need to bake your clay beforehand. But then you can do some relief, almost like stained glass, and you can put resin in the middle.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? So you can use them almost like glass paints and form a relief and then paint in the middle.
That's fantastic. So yeah, you can use it with other mediums as well. Yeah, beautiful. And give it a try. You never know.
It's good for card making.
Card making, absolutely. Because you can write with these, can't you?
Yes,
you can actually write with them because the actual nib, and if I just take one off, I'm going to take it off my favourite colour, is actually quite precise. Can you see? So you can write with these as well. Oh, I'm going to have a go at these later. I'm totally going to have a go at these later. Gorgeous. Well done to you. But we're still not done. We've got more beautiful polymer clay. Oh, I love these.
They are super. There is no other glitter like this glitter, I don't think. I think it's the best glitter you can buy. For lots and lots of reasons. One, because it is incredibly sparkly, It covers the polymer clay like a piece of silk. It is beautiful.
It makes it really soft, doesn't it?
It does, and it doesn't come off on your hands once it's in the clay. It's in the clay.
Lovely.
It's really good.
Lovely, lovely colours, and you'll see how it completely transforms your polymer clay, really adding to it, doesn't it?
It does.
Fabulous. Again, in the 5 pots, so you've got your wonderful ruby reds, then you've got your gorgeous emerald greens, then you've got this lovely, well, it's like icicle dusting, isn't it? Beautiful shine, the gold, and also then, what colour would you call this?
Brown.
A chocolate brown.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's fabulous, isn't it? So if you got everything, and I'm trying to mentally tot this up with everything that we've covered so far, your polymer clay blocks, so the 8 blocks plus all your 2 glazes, that was what, £17.95. Then all of your liquids, Your liquid pearls was $14.95. And also your glitter here, let me see, that's coming up at, hang on, is that less than £50 for all of this? Less than £50 for everything that you're seeing before me right now. For your glitters individually, you don't have to have them all, it's just something I'm interested in, so I was trying to mentally top them up. For the 5 pots of glitter which go and up, they never seem to run out, do they, Debbie?
No, they don't. That's $42.85 or something like that.
$42.85 for everything?
I think so, unless I've added it up wrong.
Okay, no, I'm so glad you said that, because I would be, I'm getting them all. I'm getting them all. But $9.95 for the 5 pots. And all you need, Debbie, is the slightest...
Oh, a tiny amount, and it goes such a long way. It really does. It's fabulous, fabulous glitter.
Getting this kit, 100% getting this kit. I guess that's no surprise to you, Debs.
No, not at all.
No surprise whatsoever. I love polymer clay.
You're really good at it as well.
I think you're either, if you're a bit childlike like me, I'm quite childlike.
I think if you're creative with your hands, you just love doing things with polymer clay.
I loved Play-Doh when I was a kid, so
I did as well.
I think I've always been using a form of moulding or gorgeous. Now look at the pieces that Debbie has created; they're fantastic, and again, very, very perfect for the Christmas Day. Look at these colours, all from your polymer clay that you got in this pack. Yep. So there's that chocolatey glitter.
There's chocolate. And the gemstones, can I say that I didn't have any gemstones, so I've used them out of my own stash at home. So I'm sure you might have similar gemstones yourself, but I didn't have anything to go with them, so I just used
I think we'll figure that's okay. These are like Christmas puddings.
They are, aren't they?
I love that. They're like little Christmas puddings, but they're much prettier than a Christmas pudding.
Yeah, but I like that chocolate because it's not too glittery.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I know
it's
what you
quite
mean.
Subtle. It's really nice.
It's still a classy glitter, isn't it?
Yes,
sometimes glitters can be a bit
a bit childlike.
But these are classy glitters. You've also created some tartan, which I actually love, and I know you've got requests for that as well. So you're going to be demonstrating. So you've created some tartan pieces here. Wonderful check in the green and also in the gold. Can you see that? I'll push it through. I'll push it forward ever so slightly.
And there are the zari threads that we had on earlier. That's with some wire through, and also I've used it on the other necklace. Those are my zari threads I had at home, but
there we go.
They're really useful.
There we go. And then you've suspended a big. Oh, that's fabulous. Now that's that. What colour did you use here?
It's called alizarin. I don't know why it's called alizarin, but I call it burgundy.
It is a burgundy, isn't it? It's a lovely burgundy colour,
sort of
which you don't see, do you?
No.
Can I show the Christmas ones? Is that all right? Because I love these. My little favourite is her. I think. She's so cute. She's so cute. Look at that little angel. Look at her face.
Just a little bit of fun.
Oh, she's having a little sing-song. She's lovely, isn't she? They're gorgeous. I imagine a whole tree of those, Debbie. So lovely. And then you've got little...
Well, they're little pen tops. They're little pencil and pen tops.
So they go on the end of, wait till you see this robin.
Yeah. It's not a very slimmers sort of slimming...
Perched on the top of...
Christmas mince pies, I think.
Look at him. Isn't he lovely? He's not too happy, though, about that pencil, is he?
No.
He's not too happy about that pencil, bless him. But yeah, these are fabulous, aren't they? You can imagine the kids would love these. Great gifts. I love them, to be honest.
I know. Well, it's nice. That's why I thought this particular pack would be great for Christmas Day afternoon, Boxing Day, that sort of thing. And
just when you were trying to have a bit of fun.
Yes.
Yeah, gorgeous.
And the Santa next door is just like a fridge magnet. I've just put a piece of magnetic strip on.
I'll put him down for a second, but yeah, he's a little fridge magnet. Your Father Christmas. Look at that nose.
And I've used the perfect pearls on there.
So perfect pearls.
Liquid pearls on there, yes.
Gorgeous. I love your napkin ring as well. That's beautiful.
Just
all out of polymer clay?
Yeah, just trying to use as many glitters as I possibly could.
Love it. Absolutely love it. You've got a little Christmas tree here on our, and you've got some earrings. Then I love these as well. This is your place names.
Yes,
holders.
Just to put a coil of wire inside and then just put your place names on top.
That's lovely. Santa's sack.
Mm-hmm.
So
and
you just
another
put a
little
card
sack on there with a present in as a Christmas decoration, just to show you what you can do with your glitters.
Oh, love it, love it, love it,
Right.
Debbie. $9.95 for the glitters. In total, we've added everything up. It's £42
50 or something,
85 pence for everything, and that's going to keep you in polymer clay for months.
Oh gosh, yes.
Months upon months upon months. That's the first thing you've said to us, Debbie. My goodness, there's so much in this kit. What is it you're going to be demoing for us, lovely?
I shall demo whatever you want. I'm going to do the tartan cane because I have been asked to do that.
Yeah.
So I'll do that first of all. It's a really, really quick demo. And I did one very similar to this actually on a different show a couple of weeks ago, but this is really, really easy. Right, first of all, you take a colour and you must put it through your clay roller, cut it into slices, put it through your clay roller to condition it. In other words, make it soft, even if you're going to have a block like this. Because if you don't, if you start to put conditioned clay in the centre of it, it means when you try and reduce the cane, the outside clay will be hard and the inside clay that you've put in will be soft. So it has to be the same consistency, otherwise it won't work.
Okay.
Right, so here's your block of clay, and I've just used the burgundy for now because it's easier to see with the different colours going in. So first of all, you just take a stripe. So I'm just going to cut down one side, and I won't do all of it, but you'll see the idea. And I've put black, and I've got some of the pearl that's within the kit, and you pop that inside and put it back together. Obviously cut the excess off. Whoops, cut the excess off one way and the other.
You're back to your licorice all sorts.
Oh, you are indeed. Lovely. And then I'm going to cut it the opposite way, making sure the blade's the right way up. Cut it the opposite way, and then I shall put a different colour through, perhaps a bit of gold, would be rather nice. You can actually copy tartans doing this. If you have got a particular tartan that you
like a family tartan.
Like a family tartan, you can obviously follow your tartan, whatever tartan you happen to have within your family. And you can keep going as much as you like to add as many stripes as you wish. I'll put one more in and then that's it. So I'll put one more going that way. And this time let's pop a lovely vibrant green in it, just so it stands out. So
gosh, this is like, it looks so complex when you look at a piece of jewellery.
Really.
And it's actually...
Sometimes it's nice to actually draw a picture of it, draw it and think, right, how am I going to actually put that back together?
Yeah.
And you have to make sure that one side is as neat as the other side, otherwise you'll have like 2 millimetres that will be fine and the rest will just be ruined. So then once you've done that, you take your roller, your acrylic roller, your small or your large acrylic roller, and just firm that cane to make sure everything's now stuck in together. And if I take a slice of that, that's just a very, very simple checker board. But you can do, like I've done on the others, if I put them along the front, the camera might pick them up a bit better actually if I do that. So here are the various tartans, if I put them along the front, that I've used in the jewellery, and that's the one I've just done. So if I put them along the front, you can see how different you can do all your different tartans just by putting slices and colours. Simple, really simple. There's nothing very difficult.
But really, really festive. Do you know what they are? They can be called gorgeous Christmas presents.
They can. You can do ribbons in them, you know, to put on your crackers. You can do all sorts of things. Pick up a family tartan, as I say, and do your table that matches, you know, your theme, whatever that may be.
Absolutely stunning. Well done to every single one of you, and get tartan making as well. I think you can make some really fabulous pieces, and again, multi-seasonal. Now, one of the pieces that you've actually created, Debbie, is you've made polymer beads, so they are perfectly round.
I've got that here, yeah.
So, an essential for your polymer beads to keep them round rather than having a flat bottom, nobody wants flat bottom, do we?
Indeed.
Would be your bead trays.
Yes, absolutely.
So, this is a bead tray. If you could possibly talk through what a baking bead rack is.
I can indeed. Right. When you open your packet, you will get a bead baking rack, and you can see here it's covered in this blue protective film that you take off. You've also got your roller. Now this has got a protective film on too, which you take off. Please, please, please take this out of your baking rack. This is not to put in the oven, this will melt. This is to use to make your nice long snakes for your bangles, etc. And then you've got these fabulous, very sharp, but fabulous pins, which have a point one end, which is extremely sharp. And those are to put through your polymer clay beads, like so, to place on your baking rack. And I use these in workshops, and I get hundreds of beads on here. You've also got your 45-degree angle cut, which is good for making your various canes and what have you. You've got your rests here to put your bangles or things that are slightly wider than your baking tray. You can also use your baking tray standing up if you use it in your normal oven and you want something to hang that's rather long, you can put it that way. It's essential.
For basically not distorting a perfect round or a shape that you've created.
Exactly.
So obviously because the polymer clay does heat and
when
soften.
it heats, it softens. It's also good to put your pendants underneath your beads, obviously.
There we go.
When you bake your clay in the oven, all the heat does is it melts the plastic particles and sticks them together. When it comes out, that's when it starts to go cold, it goes firm.
Yeah. Amazing. So they are really essential to polymer clay, especially if you want to start to make your bead jewellery, etc., or your pendants. So you wouldn't have been able to, Debbie, actually make this piece without a bead tray.
I mean, no, you can use it just a foil dish, but I think it's so much easier to use it because it's dedicated. You know it's going to be for polymer clay and be used for anything else, so you're not worried about putting the clay onto it.
Yeah, absolutely. You're also getting 2 of these as well, so you can make more and more and more and more. You haven't got to cook some and then come back, so it is more economical, I suppose, with the oven baking.
It is.
Yeah, great for multiple pieces. So, you know, you could, if you wanted something to be suspended, like maybe you'd take your little angel, for example, Debbie, if you wanted her skirt, rather than being flat all the way around and the same length, and you wanted to create something as if she was actually floating, then you could suspend her, couldn't you?
Absolutely.
Suspend her from one of those bead trays, and then you could create that. Now for the 2 packs, these are usually £9.95 for just the one. Amazing price point.
Very good.
You've got your perspex in there, you've got all of your needles. All of the different angles and all the different racks, I suppose, which there's multiple of. I'm not going to count, but you could put a lot of pendants on there. Hundreds of beads, rather. Yeah, you're getting the 2, not £9.95 this morning. Oh my goodness, £7.95 for the 2 of them. So we are basically, this is not about profits right now. This is about making friends and thanking our existing polymer clay customers as well, isn't it?
Each one is a £16.95 at the moment in most shops.
Is it £16.95 for just the one in most shops? £7.95 for 2 with us this morning. Sarah in Worcestershire commented about this. This was amazing. I've priced these exact trays online for £34.99 each.
Wow.
Each. So, yeah, I mean, that's an investment, isn't it? That's an investment amount of money.
It's ridiculous.
£34.99?
Yeah, that's usually with postage and what have you, but obviously here it doesn't matter because it's so inexpensive. You don't think about that.
No, exactly.
Do you, really?
And the postage, irrespective of the fact whether if you've got everything that we've just covered in this kit. So hang on a second. $42.85 we said for all of the components, and your beading tray were just over £50. Just over. Can I bring those over? Are we allowed to just take that all over for a second, Kim? Is that okay? Because I just want to show everybody all of this. That's a nice parcel to be receiving from Jewellery Maker, isn't it? All of this. Just over £50. How much could you create from that, Debs?
I can't tell you how much. I've still got clay left over from what I've made here.
And you've got...
Yeah, just unbelievable.
It's just going to keep on coming, isn't it? It's going to keep on... There's so much here. So much. For just over £50, £7.95 for just... for both of your beading racks. Ordinarily £9.95, which is an amazing, amazing deal. But today, no. We're slashing that price point. The phone's ringing, Deb. I always get a bit nervous about that. When we do something like this and then the phone starts ringing, I start getting a little bit anxious. It's not me. I didn't press the buttons, but I'll have Kim's shit back, won't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's Christmas. We've got to work together, haven't we? About bringing your amazing prices.
Too right.
Yeah, and you do workshops with polymer clay, obviously. So these are essential, aren't they?
Oh gosh, yes. It's when I start to use them in my oven, and I bake hundreds of beads in my basics polymer clay course, and I get 3 side by side, and I go around the whole table of sort of 10 people, and I've got plenty of room left. It's just amazing how many beads you can bake all at once.
All at once. So you're not repeatedly putting the oven on, etc., and on and on and on. So it is more economical in more than ways than one.
Yeah.
Michelle in County Durham, worth it for the pins alone.
I know the pins are £7.95. You know, to replace just the pins.
There we go. for the pins alone. So that's, where's,
Those
here they
packets of
are,
pins.
these little pins
If
here.
you try and get those replaced, those are either £6.95 or £7.95 on a website, just for those pins.
For the pins alone. And don't forget, you'd also get a free gift with us here at Jewellery Maker. Any order over £35 to get a free gift. Don't know what it is. It's a surprise. It's a surprise. £35 or more and you get a free gift. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm thinking, Debs, you could, with that kit that you've just seen, if you were thinking of starting in polymer clay, get the bundle, maybe split it 50-50 with one of your friends. You've got a beading tray each. You can split the clay, can't you? And then always add to it as and when. Fabulous. Now, we've got another opportunity for you before we go back into Debbie's demonstrations. And
I know. Love it.
now, I like a little bit of baking. I do like to cook. I know how expensive these are in your average cook shop.
They are expensive.
And that's just for one. Not 1, 2, 3 of each shape. And in this case,
There's 5 of each of those.
5 of each size. They are your clay cutters. Beautiful. Beautiful quality. There's your clay cutter set. So as you can see, you've got bows, you've got doves, you've got butterflies in this one, and there's the one with the 3 different graduations and sizes. Then in your shapes, you've got your hearts, your teardrops, your rounds, your stars, and also your flowers. So your Christmas tree that you created, Debbie, that was with one of those shapes, wasn't it? That was with one of the flowers.
Using one of the flowers, and the little angel's wings are using the butterfly.
Oh yes. Shall I turn her around?
Yeah, if you want to. That's using one of the butterfly cutters as her wings.
So perfect, absolutely perfect.
Yes.
For her angel wings. Love that, absolutely don't. So you could do different sizes of your angels, couldn't you?
Of course you could, yes.
They'd be gorgeous. So please do your price comparisons. Those of you that are already enjoying our clay cutters know that they have got longevity. They have got that ridge at the top there, Debbie, haven't they? So you can really lift them on and off.
Oh yes, they're nice and comfortable for your hands when you're cutting a lot of things out. Sometimes cutters can be quite sharp on your hands when you're pushing them all the time, but they've got a nice soft sort of curve over the top.
Rounded edge, haven't they? Yeah, they're very comfortable and of course safe as well, with supervision for your children.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean they're not so sharp that it's going to be a dangerous object for your child to be creating. And that's the wonderful thing about polymer clay. Outside of the actual baking process, it is something that all ages really enjoy, without shadow of a doubt. So this is your shapes, including 34 cutters coming your way. I know the price of just one of these cutters in the average cook shop. Wait till you see 34 you're getting here. £6.95.
Goodness me.
34. That's 20p a cutter.
That's silly.
It's all
silly today, isn't it?
You can buy
prices.
silly. You can buy one for that price in certain places. Silly prices. Love it, Michelle says.
Yeah,
it is
so do
silly.
I.
Good. I like to be silly though, don't you?
Yes. You can pay twice as much as that actually for one cutter.
For one cutter.
They're really expensive.
Yeah. I mean,
really
I'm thinking straight away you could multi-buy at that price point, and you could make cookies and all sorts with these, couldn't you?
Nice little charms and price tags, all sorts of things.
Gorgeous little charms, yeah, that would be lovely. Fabulous, £6.95 for 34 of your cutters. Don't forget, add it to your order, and of course anything over £35 does come with a free gift. And if you want to create uniform shape, like we were saying about maybe having a graduated angel size, so one bigger, one smaller, one in between. I always work in threes, but you'd want them to be the same, wouldn't you? And you'd be really hard pushed to get that same shape consistently.
Oh gosh, yes you would, especially with a butterfly, yes.
Yeah, or if you wanted to do the same with your birds, a bit like you used to see above the mantelpiece, you know, when you used to see those ducks
up the wall.
Yeah, up the wall, flying away.
But again, they're useful for card making, you know, and scrapbooking and things like that.
Absolutely. You'd be hard pushed to actually be exactly the same in its shape, wouldn't you?
Oh yes, you would. You would. You need something like this, and also you can use them just as stencils. You can just draw around them if you want to.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
For your card making, that sort of thing.
Really good idea. £6.95 only. We'll just bring that graphics back. It is still available, so we've got a big quantity of these. Of course, come with our wonderful Jewellery Maker branding. If you know anybody that is into their arts and crafts and is particularly creative, then they're not already shopping with us here at Jewellery Maker, send us our way. Get them to tune in, because you might find that outside of jewellery making, there's so much that you can take elsewhere as well.
Oh, yeah, I think once you are creative, I think you tend to use them for lots of other things. I mean, you could make your bezels and fill them with resin, and in your hearts you could cut out lots of butterflies and doves and what have you, and put them into a picture frame. You could use them as a stencil to cut out with lovely decoupage paper and that sort of thing. You can use them in lots of different genres. Once you have got them for one, doesn't mean you just have to use them for one.
Exactly.
You can use them for lots of different things, I think, which is lovely, very creative. Really sweet.
Fabulous. Right, okay, so what is it you're going to demo? I'm just holding the little robin.
Kim
I like
mentioned to me about the beads.
Yes.
So all I have done here is taken one of those lovely pins. If I show you, if I dip these into... the robin is getting in the way. Hello. Oh dear. So if I take any of the colours of the clay and just literally dip it in to that lovely, lovely glitter. You see how easy it is, it just sticks to it, and then bake it. The one thing I'd say is once you bake it, I would varnish it, because that glitter in time will rub off, because it is a foreign sort of body on the outside, if you like, of your pendants and your beads. So I would, if I were you, I would probably varnish that. So here's one I did earlier. I haven't varnished it, but I have just put some glitter on top. And then to make the little blobs that go on top, I've used some of this. And it's very easy to use. If I just squeeze it once just to get the flow coming, and you literally just push
blob
and just pull away.
And with the pins, you wouldn't be able to do this without the pins, would you? You'd find it, well, you'd find it pretty tricky.
I know. I line them all up on my bead baking rack, actually, and just turn them.
Yeah.
So I did 2 or 3 at a time. So you just make tiny little blobs like that, and after about 15 minutes they'll be dry. It doesn't take long to dry at all. And for those of you who like a particular make of bracelet, you can obviously put a very large hole in the centre and make them more like a rondelle. Yeah. And I've seen these done with black clay, and then put this around, and it looks like it's been studded, gunmetal studded on a snake chain. It looks absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
So that is a really easy thing to do, and then you put lots of different colours on, and it looks fabulous. So that's your beads.
Absolutely amazing. And then you've just literally threaded this on with
just beading thread, and I used what I had in my stash. I didn't have any beads, so I just thought make it festive, and I just happened to have some wooden beads and some red beads, and that's it.
Just gorgeous. So with like your place here, what's the gloss, the varnish that you've used on this?
That is the gloss varnish. Now I did take I know this looks a bit scrappy really, but I took some varnish earlier, and I just put my finger in it, literally put my finger in, and I just put some gloss on one side and satin on the other. I don't know if can you see the difference?
Yeah,
one is really, I know it's got my fingerprint in it. One is very glossy, and one is really just like satin, just like matte clay. The satin is beautiful. For polymer clay, personally, I prefer the satin. I think it's nice to have that look of the clay. And I've got a robin on my shoulder. That's going to be everywhere, isn't it? I can just say. But the gloss varnish is lovely for the glitter, because you don't want to take that glitter down. The red glitter in particular is like holographic. It is stunning.
Oh,
you probably can't pick it up on the TV, but it is almost holographic. And I've used this on the top for the fur around the top. So I've just put some little snakes of polymer clay, and then just made it pearlised.
That's lovely. That's so lovely. I mean, you can imagine everybody having one of those on the Christmas table, can't you? That's gorgeous, really gorgeous. Or maybe if you get, like I said, you've got a Christmas wedding and you're really into your Christmas, they could hold the actual table numbers, couldn't they?
They could. They could
Really
indeed.
gorgeous idea. And you just literally inserted the wire in. Is that, do you do that before baking or?
I just had a scrap ball of polymer clay and I cut a really big circle out using a little plate at home of red clay, covered it in glitter and literally just folded it around.
Scooped it up.
Just scooped it up and folded it around.
Lovely.
That's all.
There's your little Santa sack.
Do you want me to show you the glitter on the clay, just how it goes on, or
Yes.
not? Just for literally a second, it won't be long. I've taken the butterfly here, a tiny little butterfly, and I'm just going to put a weeny amount on, a tiny weeny amount. Okay, tiny amount.
Yeah.
In fact, that's probably far too much. And then if you push it into the clay, you have to almost, what do you call it?
Oops.
That's far too much, doesn't it?
It will dust back into the pot though as well.
Oh gosh, yes. Burnish, that's the word I'm trying to think of. You burnish it almost into the clay. And then if I lift that.
Gorgeous. Look at it, those
Can you
little
see
wings.
That is absolutely fabulous. And obviously you dip in the other side and make sure it's completely coated. But this glitter just shines like there's no tomorrow. You can make bezels in this glitter and it looks like gold. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous.
It does look like gold, doesn't it? So it's a great alternative.
Perfect.
So if you run out of spacer beads or something like that, you could easily make them out of your polymer clay.
Tiny little bits of clay and you put them in your glitters and they do like spacer beads, you're right.
I'm going to be making some of these.
They're so easy to do.
They're so cute, aren't they? So cute. I'm in love with this little robin. Amazing. Okay, so so that's how you attach your glitter.
Yeah. Do you want me to do the whole thing?
Yeah.
Or run out of time?
If you can.
It's up to you. Okay, scrap clay. Ball of scrap clay or ball of pearl. Just a ball like that.
Bear with us a moment. Our graphics have just actually come off the screen, but so do bear with us. We will be back with you very, very shortly. And don't forget the turquoise is coming up. So we're making this beautiful angel.
We are. I've got glitter on my hands now, but never mind. So there's your ball of pearl clay. I cut a circle out earlier of the pearl clay, and that is going to sit over the top, which is going to make it more of a point. And that's going to be her skirt. Make sure she's got a nice flouncy skirt like that. And then I've got her head like so. All right, and then I'm going to use the glitter that I've got on here and just cover it in the, there we go, a little bit of pearl. And then you cut strips, and I haven't got time to do it all here, I know, but that becomes her hair.
Love this.
I love doing this. I felt like a little kid doing this.
It's great, isn't it?
It's great fun.
I think it does get you in the spirit of things
too. It does,
too.
actually, it does. I'm not going to do it all, but I'm just going to put a couple of things for her fringe, and that's it.
Oh, she's got a fringe.
Oh, yes.
What do they call fringes now? Bangs. Don't know where that came from.
Never heard that before.
Yeah, apparently fringes are called bangs now, apparently.
Why?
I don't know. I've got no idea.
Who knows why?
Who knows? There she is, lovely.
Right, so
what about her features? Because she's going like this.
Right,
oh.
okay, so 2 eyes and, there, 2 eyes and a whatever.
For where she's singing.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And then wings on the back. Circle of wire at the top.
For a halo.
And when, just before you put them in the oven, just push onto your pencil, which I have done there. And if I pick that up, there you go, there's your little angel. How quick is that?
There's your little angel to go alongside you.
Little robin.
And your little robin.
Simple and easy.
So beautiful. Look at those. Look at those. And with your robin, you've got little feather-like details as well on his wings.
I've just scratched it. Just literally get a pin and just scratch it.
Gorgeous. So. Absolutely gorgeous. So much to see. Okay, well, we've got time because we're just sorting out our graphics, and we've also got turquoise coming up later on, so we're just sorting out the graphics. What else can we demonstrate?
Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the red glitter, because when you put that red glitter onto something, it just looks amazing.
Whilst you're doing that, can I have a go at writing with that glue?
Yeah.
Is that all right?
You go then. Do you want another? Have I got another
I want to have a go.
No, I haven't got another tile.
I want to have a go. I think it's actually sold out, but if you were thinking the same,
try and write on that tile.
Write on the tile. Shall I write my name?
Go on then.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to just sprinkle some of this red glitter. Now the glitter is slight. You can see a difference depending what colour you use it on. So this is on the black clay. If I was to use it on the bright red clay, you'll see it becomes even more absolutely fabulous. If I've got the red clay here, And you'll see the difference, and that's quite important because if you're using your clay to do your Christmas designs, you want them to be quite vibrant, but then at other times you might want them to be quite subtle. So I'm just going to sprinkle this onto the red clay, and you can see the difference between the two, I hope. Rub it in. Now, can you see the difference? One is quite like a burgundy sort of look, and the other one is quite a vibrant red. You need to have a look at your clays. If you use a translucent clay, that looks almost pink. Yeah. It just depends what you put the glitters onto. But once they're on, and obviously you've washed your hands, that won't come off. Once you get it out of the oven, it won't come off unless it's on a bangle. And I'm a bit worried about glitters because as you're using it on a bracelet, I'm quite heavy-handed, and you can knock it and actually takes them off. So I'd varnish things that are going to be on the bracelet. Use the actual
varnish, which did come in the kit as well, so came alongside the glue. So yeah, do actually put a coating. It's just protecting everything, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's the same as what you would expect to, I don't know, like certain gemstones. They'll put a lacquer or they'll put another gemstone over the top to actually to protect it itself. So you don't want it to be the sort of overwear to rub off. So beautiful, these little sacks.
Well, this little sack I got ready, you can put some white clay if you want to over the top to make it look like a fur top of Santa's sack. But these liquid pearls are fabulous to make it look really pearlescent. And all I did was, again, get a circle, scrap clay in the middle, and then just use this to literally just swirl over the top.
I love that it does actually build up too, doesn't it? It does actually, you know, it's not just something that will
just to build up
disappear.
Like
it has actually got a density to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, and the more you use, obviously, the more it looks like fur. I'd probably do a little bit and let it dry, and then build it up again and let it dry. But you can see it just looks like Santa's fur.
Santa's sack. And you can write with these as well.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. I love that glitter.
Oh, well done, you.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Done a little writing with that, so it was quite easy too.
So you can use it on your cards and what have you. And also you can use it with a paintbrush, don't forget. You can just paint with it. You can
probably be more accurate than what I've actually done there as well.
Yeah. So
yeah, 100%. So yeah, can we show that?
See, Ellen has written her name. See, you can write with them.
So you can write with that as well. Gorgeous. Absolutely lovely. So you could personalise things, you know, if you didn't want to, maybe with your sack, you could write someone's name on there rather than actually have the coil. So endless opportunities. We are having a few technical issues, so do bear with us for a moment. We have our graphics have just come off the screen at the moment, but we should be back with you very, very soon and shortly and up and ready and raring. We've got the turquoise coming up. I mean, Debbie, that turquoise strand is just stunning, isn't it?
Yeah, stunning,
absolutely stunning. We'll see if we can actually pop that at the bottom of the screen. Now, it's a massive auction. It's actually one of the biggest of the week, so it's pretty much the worst time ever that our graphics can decide to go down. But never mind. We'll hopefully be back with everything in a few moments. But prepare yourself. So now's the time to maybe go and make yourself a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, to go and get your purse. Now's the time for you to be poised and ready, waiting to check out on this opportunity, because turquoise is a gemstone, of course, but next month's birthstone, which can and does fetch hugely considered price points. It is very distinctive for its copper presence. That's coming up. We've still got time for more demos, Debbie, so I'm just going to let you fill your boots.
Dear. Fill your boots. What else to do now?
What else to do? What about this bow?
I've got to do, yes, okay.
Because you've got some of your tartan.
Yeah, can do that.
And it's a little brooch, isn't it?
It is a little brooch. So, to do that one, I'm going to change my tile, otherwise it's going to get covered in glitter. And I'm going to use my Eleanor tile.
Oh yes, the one which I've graffitied.
It's fine, it's fine. It will probably stay there forever now. It's going to be my Eleanor tile. Right, so here we go. Let's move all the tartans out of the way. So, to do my bow, you obviously need to take your slices, making sure the blade is the right way up, and place them in line. Put that right at the end, because I've made that a bit too thin. As far as doing your slices are concerned, it really is a matter of practice. There is no quick way to learn how to do these slices, I'm afraid. Shall I move that forward? I'm sorry. I always forget that.
There we go.
So, there we go. So,
Just slices stuck together.
Just slices stuck together. And
I
think I did that on a backing sheet. I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter. So then you take your edging, take that one off, make it nice and neat, and do the same on the opposite side. And I'm just going to cut that one in half. So first of all, to do your bow, you need to do the ribbon. You have to do it separately. You don't do it all in one go. So you have to do it separately. So first of all, you do the tails. So you cut the ends off.
At a diagonal.
At a diagonal, okay. And I'm going to use some of the scrap clay to stick it onto. You need something, a backing, to be able to stick it together. Oh, it's covered in glitter now, look. So do it like that. And then you need the bow itself, which is obviously going to sit on top.
Which you just wrap in, kind of like a circle.
In a circle, and then squidge in the middle, like so.
Lovely.
And then I'm going to use a tiny bit that I had left over just to do... Oh,
loop
just
over.
Squashed Eleanor, never mind. Just to go over the top. Now, that's broken a little bit. That's because I didn't put it on a backing clay, which I normally would. Right, now, one good tip, if you have got your wonderful cutters, which were in your pack that you got earlier, I'm just trying to look for some of mine, just any of them. If you use your cutters, leave your bow on your tile to take to the oven, because a tile has been fired, so that you can put straight into the ovens. Doesn't really matter. Use your little cutters, whatever they may be, to actually lift your tails. So you can use your cutters as supports.
To create the curve?
Yep, or you can use them to pop inside your bow to make sure that doesn't collapse.
Yep.
Usually when I bake things like this, especially in a workshop, they're sticking out all over the place to make things have movement, because if you do something like a leaf, you want it to move, so you prop up either side with two cutters. So use your cutters in a different way. Look at them and think, what shape can I get around them? Not what you can cut out with them. What shape can I get around them? What can I put over the top of them?
Yeah.
How can I work it? Yeah. And then you'll start to look at them in a completely different way.
Fabulous.
Really will.
Fabulous. So yeah, multifunctional.
Right. Yeah.
Now we're going to just cut to a short break while we sort out our graphics, but please don't go anywhere. We have got one of the biggest auctions of the entire year. I truly believe that. We've got a massive quantity auction, incredibly of one of the most elusive gemstones. It is sourced in different locations around the world, and the vivacity of colour is what we look for. My goodness, you've got it here. Prepare yourself though. Big quantity auction means that our call centre are going to be inundated, so we do expect a little bit of a queue on the phone lines. It's, you know, it's free phone. If you're with us on the web, do try and check out as soon as you possibly can. We'll try and deliver it in actual stages, I suppose, so we don't break the system, but it is all coming up after this.
We here at Jewellery Maker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you'll receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with Jewellery Maker FIFO reviews.
Did you know when you book on a Jewellery Maker workshop, you are given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Do you want to tell everyone about the great purchase you've made from Jewellery Maker? Do you want to shout about the great service you've received? Then why not download the Jewellery Maker's Viewer's Voice app, available for iPhone or Android, and record a video that could be played on Jewellery Maker.
Simply search Jewellery Maker Viewer's Voice in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download our Viewer's Voice app straight to your phone or tablet. You can record as many videos as you like and send them straight to us here at Jewellery Maker. All you have to do is then carry on watching us as usual and wait for your video to be played. Download the JM Viewer's Voice app and you could be the next face we see here on Jewellery Maker.
Get creating stunning designs in no time at all with this brilliant introduction to Kumihimo DVD with guest designer Sarah Elvin. These easy to follow steps on this DVD will make you feel like you have your own personal tutor and will show you the best techniques to get you started with this amazing medium. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker. Join guest designer Rachel Norris on her Artisan Earrings DVD. Get creating stunning designs in no time at all through the fantastic tuition from Rachel. The easy to follow steps shown on this DVD will make you feel like you have your own personal tutor and experience many different techniques specifically designed for creating earrings. This DVD covers how to make your own findings, Aztec, Art Deco and Aphrodite earrings. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker, Ivy House, Henley Road, Outhill, Studley, B807DU. Get making and good luck.
Now the graphics are repaired and thank goodness all eyes are on Jewellery Maker right now. Our call centre are preempted, our incredible team are ready and raring to take your wonderful calls to make this turquoise your very own. Now incredibly, I never thought that I would be able to say I have a 4-figure quantity of turquoise. The reason for that, this is a gemstone which is often sourced in locations where copper is actually mined as well, and it is a gemstone which is very much copper bearing. It has got a presence within, and that is what's responsible for that very distinctive colour. But it is actually quite shallow mined, so it's not a case of similar to your tanzanite where if you dig deeper you're going to find more and more and more and more. In actual case, turquoise tends to be along the surface, more across the Earth's crust if you like, so it means that it's very, very elusive, and when one location has been exhausted you go on to another area and keep everything crossed. Big desirability of turquoise, always has been. It's steeped in history. Turquoise has been found in ancient tombs, has certainly been published throughout royalty. Very Grecian pieces feature this fabulous gemstone. It's an intensity of colour that you look for, and a fabulous matrix, that webbing if you like, those rivers running through the actual formation of the gemstone. But the colour that comes from this gorgeous strand is just beyond belief. It is USA, so therefore could well be from the Sleeping Beauty location, which is from the Arizona state, over on the, let me just see, on the west coast. I have to do that, I have to do the Never Eat Shred a Week. West coast of the USA, it can command huge price points. Now Tiffany's & Co, for obvious reasons, actually invested heavily into the mining of turquoise in that locality, and it is for obvious reasons. Obviously their branding is distinctly similar, and it would go perfectly with that establishment. But like I said earlier on, irrespective of how many millions you invest into this gorgeous gemstone, if it's not there, it's
pointless. It's almost entirely pointless carrying on digging deeper and deeper and deeper within to the Earth's crust, because unfortunately it is mined only and exclusively across the surface of the gemstone. Now, our graphics don't specifically say that this is Sleeping Beauty, but it is USA turquoise, which is very much celebrated for its vivid, intense, gloriously greenish blue, more of the bluish rather than the Tibetan green, more of an intense blue coming through from this wonderful gemstone, and how perfectly consistent that colour is. Do you see what I mean? It's not, you haven't got any turquoises which are really dark or black in many cases. It is consistent across the entirety of the strand. So the quality that comes from the USA in particular it makes it hugely sought after. Now, currently, a bit of news direct from the gem buying team. Sarah Bennett actually uploaded onto our system, and obviously she's there, and along with Steve and the buying team, when we go to the different, and obviously Paula as well, when we go across to all the different locations and gem fairs, direct feedback from. Now, the quality of turquoise is amazing. The quality of turquoise which is coming from the USA mines is incredibly good currently. So supply also means that it's good, hence the 1,000 quantity of this auction. That said, the world's demand has increased. Obviously, if they know that the quality is some of the finest that they've seen, the demand is going to be there. It doesn't take long for it to follow suit, and the prices most definitely do also follow. So elevated price tag, good quantity, good supply available currently, and that could change tomorrow. And the consistency of colour, the intensity of colour is absolutely unprecedented. So hence, USA turquoise is just going wild in the gem trade right now. We should be bringing this to you. Oh my goodness, I knew that there was a four-figure quantity, but $7.95 is not just squeezing those margins. This is working off at rock bottom, local USA local beautiful gemstones, totally and utterly natural. This is not dyed turquoise, and we're not even done there. That's why so many of us have already, web bidders, already choose multi-buyers on the phone lines as well, all choosing to not just get the one, but to get twos and threes and fours and fives even, and I'm not surprised by that at all. Please do expect a little bit of a wait on the phone lines. We'll work together. I'll walk you through this auction, and we'll make sure that you are successful. We've got over 1,000 of these available. I never thought that would be possible for me to say. Every time I've brought Sleeping Beauty turquoise or Tibetan turquoise here or on our sister channels, they've always been very limited and always been entire sellouts. Debs, have you ever seen a Sleeping Beauty turquoise hour on our sister channels?
No, I haven't actually, but I've heard of them, and they're just rare.
Well, very rare. They tend to be more semi-annual than anything, and they'll be promoted by the management team. So this is Sleeping Beauty, so not to miff anybody off, basically. So they'll be promoted. Everybody, this is Sleeping Beauty Turquoise Hour, and obviously if you miss it, then obviously you miss out, because it's not a gemstone. Turquoise is not a gemstone which, okay, we can go and get more. We can just go and get our hands on. We can't do that. It tends to be one-off parcels, and they get commissioned and they're sold out. That's why it is more than likely a semi-annual gemstone. This is an amazing acquisition at £4.95. I mean, next month's birthstone, $4.95. That's a price tag you just simply don't see. Pretty much every single one of you are choosing to multi-buy. I'm looking at threes, I'm looking at fours, I'm looking at twos. Well done. Hello to every one of you. Zoe, Michelle, I can't read everyone's names, but there are literally rows upon rows upon rows upon rows of you. How's the wait on the phone lines currently, Kimbo? Okay, so not too bad. I did say all eyes are on Jewellery Maker right now. Just over a minute wait on the phone lines. That's minimal. I'd invest a minute of my time into securing this wonderful strand. If you're watching on the repeats, also worth having a go. Is it any surprise that people are buying 6s and 7s, and you're not restricted? I should have mentioned that at the beginning of the auction. One of the things I did check prior to me bringing you this natural turquoise USA turquoise strand to wear is, are we capping the quantity that our jewellery makers can buy? Because it kind of would be, I'd assume that would be the case, but no, we said no, you can buy as many as you like. $4.95 for one strand. If you want to buy 10, you buy 10. Because the reality is, you'd still accept that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you look at turquoise in the shops and they're very expensive, the turquoise jewellery.
Yeah.
And it's a gemstone that makes me smile. I don't know why. I think it's just a really lovely, jolly colour. It reminds me of holidays and special times, and it's just something that is very, very special. Okay, it's next month's birthstone, but I think anyone would put that with a piece of silver and just look $1 million.
$1 million.
Anyone's going on a winter cruise, it would look fab,
if you go on cruises, by the way, look at the prices of turquoise.
Yes, yeah.
If you go to any boutique jewellers, look at the prices of turquoise, especially natural turquoise. And I would, definitely be downloading my certificate of authenticity for the extra 50 pence.
Yeah.
Download it because you'll see the treatment of it. I'm looking at 5s and 10s here. Julia's bought 10. Maria's bought 5. Hello. I don't blame you. I think this is the best opportunity for you to get natural USA turquoise at the most affordable price tag. Because the reality is, up until I knew about this, opportunity, I would have fully expected this to be a double figure price tag, and I'm talking your higher double figures, like your 30, 40 pounds. I would have expected it. USA, natural, not dyed in any way, shape or form. The sheer size of the carat weights and individually. Why wouldn't you multi-buy on this? And the fact that it is recognised, Deb, everybody knows.
Certain gems people recognise, like amethyst, everybody learns about, and turquoise, and about 3 or 4 other gemstones, but it's one that people do recognise. You're quite right. And I remember before I joined Jewellery Maker, I had a pendant with a gemstone in that was supposedly turquoise. I know now, looking at it, it is howlite that's been dyed.
Yeah. Oh, someone had pulled your leg.
It is so obvious now. And it is so wrong when people do try and do that, because you see it all the time. And it is so different. If you put that now next to the one that I had, my goodness,
worlds
is it different?
apart. They are worlds apart.
It is.
Yeah, and yeah, that's why we should say, if you're new to jewellery, to gemstones, please make sure you buy from a reputable jewellers, because unfortunately there are establishments out there which I'm obviously not going to name names, which do mislead you somewhat. This is natural, genuine turquoise and totally untreated, meaning it's not been enhanced by any colour. I'm going to leave those last few, there's plenty of stock, but I want to bring you another opportunity. And the reason why I am is because I'm going to assume you're going to want to actually add to your order. So we'll revisit that. Is that right, Kim? We're gonna probably recap that a little bit later on. How about 2 amazing strands of sapphire? Now this is my birthstone. Is it not this one? Oh, this one. Oh, this is the one I was picking up earlier on, Deb.
That is beautiful.
Now I'm a September baby. This is, a more considered price tag, so please don't be thinking that this is going to be another £4.95 opportunity. This is like cashmere sapphire. For those of you that know your sapphire, Salon, cashmere are some of the most sought after locations because of the quality that comes out of the ground, the amazing clarity, the intensity of saturation, and this is what I'm referring to. This is the one I picked up first off when I came into the studios this morning. I was so excited about that colour. Think of the royal engagement ring. Now that's a Salon sapphire. What colour is it? It's that royal blue, isn't it? That wonderful royal blue. Now look at this strand and recognise that you are getting that wonderful royal blue as well, beautifully faceted. This is one of my favourite sapphire strands that I've ever brought up. This and the Songia sapphire, tiny briolette cuts. This is amazing, isn't it, Deb?
My engagement ring's a sapphire, and I just love it. And they do say, don't they, that the most popular colour that people wear is blue.
Yes.
Because everybody has jeans and what have you. Now, can you imagine having that and wearing that with a fabulous midnight blue ball gown at Christmas?
Oh.
But then you could wear it with a pair of jeans, with pearls or what have you, and still feel $1 million. But
really?
It's not a showy gemstone, I don't think. I think it's a really subtle, elegant gemstone. But the blue tone there.
I don't think this is one of our finest blue sapphire strands. It has to be. It simply has to be. The consistency of colour from one end to the other. I mean, look at it. Fluidity in intense midnight blues. Gorgeous glow internally. You can see how they all individually glow. If you are a sapphire baby and make this your Christmas present to yourself. Really treat yourself with this, because this is very, very, very exemplary quality. It's that cashmere colour coming through.
Oh, it's stunning. It really is. You could put that with any colour wire, couldn't you? And any colour metal. It could be lovely with rose gold.
Yeah.
I personally think it looks fabulous with silver. The something of the icy blue and the silver looks fabulous.
It
Absolutely
does.
Fabulous.
And I'm just going to, if I can, because this is absolutely stacked, I'm just going to try and separate just a couple, or separate one of the rondelles so you can see the quality of the colour. It's not so blue because there's loads and loads and loads of them there. It's so blue because each individually you've got that fantastic depth of saturation, tone and hue, just beautiful quality.
I think they need to be separated to see every single one. I think the blue would be more intense if you separated them.
I think so as well.
In between.
I think so as well. And you'll actually see the amazing clarity more as well if you do separate them. Just a couple of those suspended on a pair of earrings, Debbie.
Gorgeous.
Incredible. Anna, Somerset, Janice, Sophie, well done already on the web. I've got Sue in West Midlands styling through. From 3x1 up to 5x1 millimeters. You've got 53 centimeters on this gorgeous slide. I can't stop looking at it. It's just fabulous. All faceted, bringing you that wonderful luster, that reflective surface. At 49. Hang on, that's not what you said. Oh my goodness, Debbie, this was meant to be £64.95, and that's an amazing deal, don't you think? $49.99 or 95. I understand that's still a considered price point, but what you are getting is one of our most considered strands here at Jewellery Maker. You know, we hold this with prestige.
Yeah,
we are all, blooming fly, we're all without shadow of a doubt in awe of this strand. You don't have to take our word for it. Use that 30 days. In fact, use that extended money back guarantee. Get this home, fall in love with it, justify your purchase. If you don't for whatever reason, send it back to us and we'll refund every single penny and pound that you've paid on this strand. But I don't know why you would. It's going to grab you the moment you see it. It's spellbinding, Deb.
It's gorgeous. I think
it?
I'd take sort of half a dozen of those and have them as a drop and put them onto one of these silver chains that we've had. That's all you need, isn't it, really? Stunning.
Just
stunning.
amazing. Now, one thing I have got coming your way is a strand of really, really, really exciting, a gemstone which we brought you yesterday, and we are going to actually repeat that process, but bear with me for a second. And I was asking all of, in fact, I'm not going to repeat the same thing. This is more limited. I've got quantity, a bigger quantity of the next one, and next opportunity. It's the same gemstone. I'm going to bring you 2 Spinel opportunities back to back. Now, little known fact that Spinel does come in an array of colours. It was once known as an imposter gemstone, which whenever I hear that word, I think, oh, I hate that. Why do we say it's an imposter gemstone? And it basically all boils down to the fact that once upon a time, we weren't as knowledgeable as we are today. Of course, with technology, with developments within the industry, we can obviously test gemstones and obviously confirm what those gemstones are. But red Spinel was, well, we all know about the crown jewels. Red Spinel was actually often differentiated and believed to be that of ruby. Well, if it were ruby, then it would have some of the most amazing clarity, some of the most amazing internal brilliance, because ruby is very seldom seen with transparency quite like this. It is pure pillar box fire engine red, one of the rarest colours of your Spinels, without shadow of a doubt. Primary reds, cobalt blues, beautiful pinks and violets. On the GIA website, I'll talk some more during that auction in a moment's time. That's what we look for, and certainly the big sizes like this. It's a privilege and honour to be in this, to be able to bring you this strand. 52 centimetres of red Spinel. Do you agree with me, Debbie? It almost gets my back up when I hear the word imposter.
Yes, I know what you mean, because it just stands on its own right, really.
Yeah,
yes,
this is a gemstone that deserves, it's rarer than rubies. As this quality, you know, to actually get your red rubies, your cobalt, your red Spinels, your cobalt Spinels, your pinks, etc., they, you know, are often rarer.
Yeah,
than many rubies are. It does depend on quality, obviously, the variations of, but this is a hugely exciting opportunity. That's why I hate that expression of an imposter gemstone, because it's really not. Gemological Institute of America recognise it as one for absolute collectors. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. This is Burmese red Spinel, which is hugely exciting as well. So you can imagine the miners actually unearthing this, thinking, is it red Spinel, wonderfully natural, or is it a ruby?
ruby. Either from that locality, that country of origin, will excite the miner, whether they be artisanal miners or whether it be heavily invested in. It would more likely be artisanal miners in this location. 9x7 to 4x3 millimeters, 27 centimeters in a gorgeous graduation. Should be $47.95. It's an amazing deal. We're going to bring it to you at the lowest ever price point this morning, so do grab it whilst you can. Gorgeous, gorgeous quality. 0800 644 655 is the number to call. Consistency of primary red, $34.95. It's last in stock. Grab it whilst you can. It's not a gemstone that we can just readily put our hand on, Kim, is it? Red Spinel. If we were to look on our website, I highly doubt you'll have red Spinel. Very, very, very unlikely, and certainly not for this carat weight. Oh, one strand, I beg your pardon. And what's the carat weight, etc.? Right, okay, so you've got a bigger carat, a tiny bit bigger. Lowest ever price point for this one. Do grab it whilst you can. Essex, Jackie, Linda, well done to you. Leah, Anna, you're with me in Manchester. Last in stock opportunity. It's that primary red which excites us as collectors, and that's what really makes our sort of ears stick up on end and go, okay, I need to grab that. Well done. Okay, moving on, because yesterday, for those of you that weren't with me, I didn't know about it, so I wasn't able to, well, I did know about it, but it arrived and it absolutely flew. It's one of the biggest opportunities that I've ever brought you here. I've just brought you red Spinel, just brought you American turquoise, I've brought you Tahitian pearls earlier on, brought you amazing Morganite, so it's not a statement that I use lightly. Pink Spinel. If you've got a pen handy, or if you can just, for one moment, for those of you that don't refer to the GIA website very frequently, firstly, the Gemological Institute of America, GIA, is the biggest institution in our field. It's where we all do our accreditations, where we get our qualifications from. Hannah Oxbury is actually qualified through the GIA. I believe it was the GIA anyway. Matt Bennett most certainly was. So it's the biggest institution in the industry. If you go onto their website and just enter into their search engine, if you've got internet access, to enter in Pink Spinel. That's all you need. You will see in black and white, in very simple terms, the words, the rarest colours of Spinel are red, cobalt blues, pinks and violets. I'm about to bring you beautiful, natural pink Spinel. The rarity, the opportunity that you're getting, even if you've never worked with Spinel before, you've never experienced Spinel before, get it home, you'll fall in love with it, believe me you will, head over heels. This is a natural gemstone, it's not heat treated, it's not irradiated, it's not coated in any way, shape or form, and this is why it is so exciting. Now, just to point out, we had one of the biggest parcels, one of the biggest launches of this wonderful strand yesterday. I've got the remaining quantity for you now. It's still substantial, so if you weren't able to tune in yesterday for whatever reason, now is the time to grab this. Look at that colour, that beautiful, beautiful candy floss pink, left in sizable organic rough nuggets, which I love. Even without the polishing and the faceting, you can see that wonderful sparkle. You can understand why gemologists get very, very excited about Pink Spinel. If you go onto our Gem Collector channel, so our own online website, www.gemcollector.com, I don't know if you'll be able to even get hold of Pink Spinel. I certainly doubt that you'll be able to get anywhere near that carat weight at the price tag that we're actually going to be able to bring it to you at. Essex, Jennifer, Wendy, Margaret, Anna, Rosa Lane, hello to you, Alison, Cheshire, Tanya, Staffordshire, Olwen, just a handful of collectors who are already on the phone lines. I'm saying collectors rather than jewellery makers because you are absolutely collectors and connoisseurs if you're acting right now. If you're with me on the web and you can see what this is going to, yeah, well, as most of you are already instantaneously checking out, I do not blame you whatsoever. That is savvy. Savvy because we started with a big quantity of this. We launched it only yesterday, but how many went yesterday, Kimbo? 600. Like that, in a matter of minutes. We started off, this wonderful acquisition was a 4-figured acquisition, and we've got the remaining quantity for you today. For the benefit of those of you that didn't that weren't able to tune in, it's fabulous, isn't it? But this is what you've got to be waiting for and acting upon. If you're with me on the phone lines, it's certainly going to, I reckon it's going to spur you to reach for those phones, because this is a no-brainer to me. One of the world's rarest gemstones on the planet. To put it into perspective, would I put it into the same league as, let me see, your Tahitian pearls? Yeah, I would, without shadow of a doubt. It's certainly regarded like that. Would I put it in the same league as your Alexandrite, your Zarite, your Parabas, your Indicolite? Yes, rare, seldom seen. I've had the chance of bringing showcases of our Mahenge Spinel collection. The Mahenge Spinel is no longer actually being mined, and that collection now, I don't think it would actually be big enough quantities to actually fill an hour on our sister channels. So it's definitely. Well, I say definitely. It's more than likely, the mine is actually closed now, but it's more than likely not going to be repeated. Do get this opportunity that you can as soon as you can. Jolante, hello to you. Audrey, Catherine, London, Diane, Dee, Multibine, Sussex, Susan, Buckinghamshire, Laura, Gillian, Teresa, hello to you. Elaine, Mid Glamorgan, Elizabeth, Tina, Linda. Lots of web bidders with it there in your baskets. I had 600 yesterday sold, and Kim, that was literally a matter of minutes, wasn't it? And I'm not surprised by that at all. You are not just buyers, or you're not just purchasing a beautiful gemstone here. This is an addition. Would you agree? This is something that when you have when you look at your jewellery collection, when you look at your stash, this is something that I truly believe is going to be one of those centerpieces, one that you'll always talk about. With anybody else that knows and understands their gemstones, this will be one that you'd be really proud of. Do you agree with that, Debbie?
I do, actually, because it's a colour that you don't see very often in gemstones at all. It reminds me of like a strawberry ice. You know, if you get in a very posh restaurant, you get something in between your courses, don't you? To refresh your palate. And if you get something that's a strawberry, it's like different shades of strawberry ice with strawberry juices.
It is, isn't it? Because I think that's because it's in its rough forms.
Yeah.
But even if it's rough, it sparkles, doesn't it?
I was just about to say, it sparkles like ice. Do you know? It just has that sparkly effect. I think it's gorgeous. It's very feminine.
Debbie, I mean, throughout the course of the morning, we've had an amazing show so far. If you can if you can invest in just a few strands, and I'm going to, do you know what, I'm going to use the price points. If you've got a spare £10 handy today, if you've got a spare £10, these two, all day long to the moon and back.
Yeah, look lovely with the imperial topaz as well, actually. Oh, yeah.
With your tourmaline. If you can buy 3 strands today, the rarity of all of these 3 opportunities, the price that we've taken it to, hey, listen, I'm a savvy shopper. I love myself a bargain. I absolutely love myself a bargain. And in fact, the other day, I went to one of our big department stores here in the UK, and the tourmaline's coming in a few moments' time, by the way, and I saw one of my favourite brands of shoes, and it was like literally for a third of the price. Third of the price. Well, of course, you don't think about it then, do you? Think, I can't pass that up. Can't pass that up.
That's sort of strand, actually, that I would buy and keep for myself.
I'd 100% keep this.
Because I think it's just so special. And it's not too pink. I would wear that.
Yeah.
I would wear that probably with a smoky quartz or something like that. That would look beautiful.
Amazing. Absolutely. Do keep it in your special box, if you like. I've got one for I can't say the investment word, because I don't know any gemstone's going to be an investment, but I've got a future box, if you know what I mean. That will be going in there. Along with this next gem, along with this next opportunity. Now, we are talking about a gemstone which, if you go on to Gemporia, which is our own website, gemporia.com, have a look at the Lorique collection. Lorique collections where one individual gemstone has been bought and purchased, usually by our CEO, well, in fact it is always by our CEO, and then given to the design team, where the design creates the actual piece around the gemstone specifically, much like what you do here at Jewellery Maker. But they tend to be about our one-of-a-kinds. If you go onto the Lorique collection, you'll find that tourmaline is featured in the Lorique collection, because this gemstone can fetch amazingly high price points. It's the gemstone of colours. I love the sentiment behind it. It's believed to have passed through by a rainbow on its way down to the earth, and that's how it's adopted all those beautiful colours. If you were to ask me, Eleanor, what's the chemical composition of tourmaline?
I would actually say I really don't know, because there's pretty much every chemical on the periodic table present within this gem. I couldn't put it in the right formation, whichever. It's the most complex gemstone on this planet. Absolute fact. Would you agree with that?
I would actually. I think that my favourite ever kit when I first joined Jewellery Maker had black onyx and had tourmaline in, and I can still see it now.
No, I bet.
And just the colours were
that
beautiful.
Combination sounds amazing.
Subtle but beautiful.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. But do you know what I recognise when I see a strand of this quality? I mean, that is literally everything tourmaline aspires to be. Olive tourmaline, that's certainly, we've got Larique in the olive tourmaline. You've got the greens here, you've got the canary yellows, all of which I've seen in our Larique collection on Gemporia, without doubt. But what I really, really appreciate when you've got a strand of this quality, what has to occur for every single one of those rondelles to actually appear. So the pressures have to be right, the temperatures have to be right, all of those chemicals have to be present in that one time.
You actually, Mother Nature is so fabulous to
Yeah.
do this. You just forget that it's actually come out of the ground. You just think, oh yeah, I've just bought that from a shop, and you don't think what goes on behind it.
Yeah, we do. We underestimate it, don't we? So much has had to go on for this strand to actually exist, which is just mind-blowing to me. 38 carats of natural tourmaline. This is a type 3 gemstone, so much like your emerald is expected to actually have internal inclusions. If you've got diaphanity like this, then believe me, it is a rarity. Grab it whilst you can if you can see the brilliance. Grab it whilst you can if you can see all of those intense saturations, not murky at all. Beautiful luster, and of course the bigger sizes, the bigger the carat weights, the rarer the gemstone as well. Rare, rare, rare. Collectible without shadow of a doubt. The rainbow of gemstones, I love that sentiment, believed to have fallen through the sky to adopt all of these wonderful, wonderful hues. John and Janet, Sussex, Anna, hello to you. Carol in Oxfordshire, Miriam, Sharon, you've done it. Well done to you. Diane in Merseyside. Webbitters already making confirmations and also multi-buying. Do check out, I mean, this with your pink Spinel, with your USA turquoise that we saw earlier on. If you can invest in three, I don't know, your Morganite as well, and your imperial topaz.
That's the sort of strand that ties them all together, though, doesn't it?
It does.
You can put that with any of those.
It really does. Good luck to every single one of you. Now, we should be, apparently, $19.95 for tourmaline. Whilst you're punching those digits on that phone line along with everybody else, whilst you're punching those digits, I'll shout this out because I know you're going to be eyes down. $14.95 should be $19.95, $14.95 today. I was on one of our, the big auction sites, the familiar auction sites. Here's another test for you. Well, it's not a test, just a challenge for you to do. Go onto those auction sites, whichever one you choose. Enter in tourmaline designer jewellery. I did that. Big brands, really, 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 really big brands. The ones along Bond Street in London. They had a beautiful pink tourmaline, and it was a cabochon actually. It had internal inclusions, as you expect with the type 3 gemstone. Gorgeous amounts of colour, don't get me wrong. And that was pre-loved, so already owned, for £2,000. And that was where it was at that moment. Just one single pink tourmaline gemstone. So please understand that this is very sought after and is often favoured by the big designers. For that reason, the colours that you get from this. Mary, Susan, Fran, Rose, hello to you, Susan and Glamorgan, Claire, Linda, lots of telephone bidders, an influx of web bidders all checking out as well and all choosing to multi-buy. Not everybody, but a lot of you are. Staffordshire, Gillian, Patricia, congratulations to you. Cheshire, you're with me as well. Gorgeous colours, isn't it? There's no gemstone like tourmaline to me.
No, there isn't actually, you're quite right. Not with that array of colours.
Yeah.
And the depth of colours.
Yeah.
But that's me to a T, because it is I like sludgy colours, and they are just traditional.
Yeah, they're a darker
do you know what I mean?
I know totally what you mean.
But it looks as though it's been handed down.
Yeah.
It looks like you'd see that in a very expensive jeweller's.
I think it's the type 3 that you're attracted to, Debbie.
Yeah, I know.
I think you like characteristics in a gemstone.
I do. I like things that are more subtle and elegant looking than in your face.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I totally agree with that.
That sounds a bit strange, but I love that. I love the tones of that.
I think this is really a really classy gemstone as well. And
gorgeous.
I love doing research on what jewellers, what big establishments, the famous brands, you know, are using, what gemstones are they using, one-of-a-kind pieces, for example. You often see tourmaline on the red carpet. A lot of the celebrities choose it as well because you can tailor it to outfits, I suppose.
And I also would keep all the colours together. There is no way I would colour grade it. And pick out the pinks and pick out the
You'd
greys.
keep it like
I'd
so?
Keep
Yeah.
it, yeah, because I think it looks better like that.
And me, I think it's more recognisably tourmaline. If you start separating the colours, and by the way, can I just point out, I'm not saying it is, but what colour do you see here?
It's like a turquoisey, it's a turquoisey colour.
What colour is a Paraiba tourmaline?
Oh, wow.
I'm not saying it is, because it's a different location firstly, but it's definite Paraiba hues in this strand, aren't there?
Yeah. Definitely.
Amazing Paraiba hues. I don't own a Paraiba tourmaline. I saw one of our own on our sister channels actually being sold online. In fact, it was pointed out by our boss. Selling for 21,000. Obviously, they hadn't bought it for that. So it is an investment gemstone. Isa in Cumbria, is it natural? Yes, tourmaline is a natural gemstone. Is a natural gemstone. This is not treated in any way, shape or form. Yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeously natural. $14.95. Now, moving on, we've got another brand new in. I've got it here, Kimbo. I saw Scott with his covert entrance. Oh, look. First time I've brought labradorite today. This with your tourmaline. This alongside your tourmaline. They're faceted rondelles. All of the labradorescence, that internal, dazzling, reflective beauty. You can almost imagine, can't you, like haze. Like wonderful haze across a moors, or you know, sometimes when the clouds are really suspended and low, and then you might see a street lamp glowing from within. That's what I see in labradorite.
It's beautiful. That with the pink spinel would look absolutely fabulous,
wouldn't it? Really would.
The dusky pink looks superb. Yeah, I just think that's another gemstone that has such magic behind it, because it looks like there's little, you know, twinkly lights trapped inside. It's just magical.
Any surprise then that they do? Myth and legend is that this is a gemstone which is believed to have magical powers. It's a very protective gemstone, if you do believe in those myth and legends. So you can imagine it, can't you? It's like a labradorite. It's almost got like an aura around you. Do you know what I mean? I do get quite sort of carried away with things like this, but you can imagine labradorite being one of the most powerful gemstones out there, and that's where the myth and legend does come from, because it's very ethereal, it's very strong, it's very recognised when you know your labradorite, when you've seen it, you first experienced. And the reason why I say that is because it tends to be a gemstone which, when you first come across Jewellery Maker, you're like, oh my gosh, what is that gem? I've never seen that previously before. Never seen it before, because it's not mainstream. But it almost draws you in, and then once you own one labradorite, you'll want to own more. This is the quality that we do long for. All of that powerful labradorescence coming from those tiny, tiny, tiny inclusions, reflecting and play with the light. So it acts in the same way that a moonstone actually would. Now you'll see various colours of the spectrum, the rarest colours being your pinks and reds and golds, definite golds in here. Look at the top there, it's just merely the angles that I'm actually holding these at, the slightest alteration, the slightest movement, and they do quite literally transform. If you think this looks incredible here in the studio, wait till you get it out into natural light. It's a brand new strand. Sales manager Scott literally stepped this in a couple of minutes ago. When did this arrive in the vault? Oh, today. Literally today. Okay, so is this a Scott prize coming up? Should be $19.95. I've got no idea. I didn't even know this strand was labradorite was in the schedule today. It's the first time I've seen it. Are you kidding me? Single figure price tag for you. It's over 50% off.
50% off, £9.95 for 90 centimetres, a 25 centimetre strand. Look at the sizes, 5x3 right the way up to 7x3 millimetres of quality labradorite. Yeah, why, but as you were thinking, weren't you, £19.95 was an amazing deal. Those of you that made the confirmations there, fantastic. Those of you that are thinking, oh, hang on a second, this was not, this, I can see, sorry to stop myself mid-sentence, are you seeing pinks coming through there? I definitely am. Wonderful pinks. This is what we had in store, or rather Scott had in store for you. How many have we got available, Kimbo? Okay, big quantity. We've got over 300, but it is selling very, very, very quickly. Were you expecting that, Debbie, £9.95? No.
Not at all, not at all. And one of the viewers said, I think it was the last Sunday experience that I did, said no matter what she does, she makes sure that when she sells at a craft fair, she takes a lamp along with her. Yeah. So light up the silver, but also she always takes a piece of labradorite jewellery because it draws people in. People haven't seen it before.
It does.
Are fascinated by it, and it draws them to the stand.
Don't you think it's a powerful gemstone? I always look at labradorite and think, and that's, I understand the myth and legend, I understand the beliefs, because it has got that kind of almost spellbinding. You can imagine it, can't you? Come to me, come over to me, come and look at me. And once you are there, you really want to, hang on a second, it just keeps alternating and changing. It's fascinating.
I also think it's ageless, because actually labradorite can be quite contemporary, because it's that smoky grey.
Yeah.
Any age will wear it.
Yes, absolutely.
Because it doesn't look like old-fashioned jewellery.
Yeah,
do you know
absolutely.
What I mean? It can be made to look really contemporary or very classic with pearls.
Absolutely.
It goes across every single spectrum of age.
I totally
and I think
agree.
That's a fabulous thing to have.
And I'm not surprised that you vote it as your favourite.
Yeah,
I do think it will have some competition this year. I do think the pearls are going to be giving it some competition this year. But yeah, it's always going to be one very close to your heart, Jewellery Makers. We had over 300 of these available. A lot of you choosing to multi-buy. Some fantastic, fantastic acquisitions for you this morning. Joyce, Margaret, hello to you. Essex, Maggie, Carol, Maria, hello to you. Jean, June, hello to you. Catherine, Cheshire. I can't physically keep up with everybody's names. I really can't. This with the Morganite that you saw earlier on. Just gorgeous, wouldn't it?
Beautiful, yes. Stunning.
Oh, this with the tourmaline that you've had, just... This with the pink spinel that you had. I mean, look at this combination. They all are in perfect harmony with one another. That would be just like the ultimate kit for me.
Oh, can you imagine? Oh, yes, please.
Oh, that's the ultimate kit. Fabulous. Well done. Do check out though as soon as you can. Need to move on because there is much more to bring you. Box number 2. All of these pearls. How many? 2, 4. Really, all of these? Oh, I love that green. Oh, you've got your pastels, and then you've got... This is less than 50 available, so do grab it as soon as you can. You've got your pastel pearls, peach, lemon, then you've got a sort of candy floss pink, then you've got that minty green, I love that. Then you've got sizable lemon, so different sizes there. Then you've got sort of silvery pearl, can you see that? Look at this green, that's gorgeous. It's like a jade green, isn't it? Wonderful colour. And last but by no means least, you've got another silver, which is in your rice shape. So 8 strands of pearls in total. If you are a pearl lady, then this is a great bundle. Don't you love this, Deb?
I do. And actually, I've been looking at that all the way through the show, and everything that we've had will go with that.
Yes.
It picks up nearly every colour we've had in the show. It's a good choice, that, Kim, because I think it goes really, really well.
Goes with your turquoise?
Everything. With everything. Yep.
Goes with your... Morganite.
Yep, you've got your pinks there. You've got every colour possible.
Everything. I'll be here all day if I keep doing that. But yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. And who doesn't love coloured pearls?
Oh, they just are fab. I mean, my one big seller when I used to do craft fairs were elasticated pearl bracelets with a charm on the front, and that was it. And how many could you make out of that?
Tons.
And they go, first thing that walks off a stand is an elasticated pearl bracelet. just with a simple silver charm.
And do you mind me, can you remember how much you used to sell them for? Do you mind me asking?
About £12.
£12.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to do a stretchy bracelet in pearls, isn't it? I mean, even I can make those.
Yeah, depending what the charm was, yes, about that much.
Yeah, gorgeous. £12, and that's fantastic. Genuine gemstones. They're thinking that's an amazing deal,
Yeah,
which it
exactly.
is an amazing deal.
Absolutely.
And obviously no reflection of true value. And I love the fact you've got the different colours. So yeah, this is perfect for those. Maybe keep the smaller ones as your accents.
Yeah. Or anyone that does flower arranging, they're perfect to put in the centre of your flowers on wires. You know, you've got your perfect wedding colours there, haven't you?
Gorgeous. Absolutely breathtaking. So you've got your apricot. What other colours? You've got 2 lemons, then you've got light grey, then you've got a mint, then you've got another pink, and you've got a silver and a teal. I love the teal. The teal's my favourite because I love that. The teal with that mint and silver. Oh, those three. Isn't that gorgeous?
Oh, that's gorgeous, yes.
Love that combination, that wonderful trio. Low in stock though, so do grab it whilst you can. Should be £55 and 60p. Fabulous. Fabulous. Not this morning. £55 and 60 for 8 strands of genuine cultured pearls. It's going to work out at less than £4. 99 per strand of pearls.
Wow.
£5.
That's wrong.
£5 for a strand
me.
of culture, and they're not small, are they? No. The apricot is 8 by 7 millimetres. I've got the dimensions here. The lemon, which is side drilled, so the one next to them here, a 9 by 8 millimetre. Then you've got another lemon pearl drops. I think I've said that the wrong way around. Yeah, I have. So let me see. The drops are 8 by 6. The culture baroque pearls are 9 by 8. Then you've got, let me see, the light grey. I'm trying to give you all the dimensions. The pink is 8 by 6 millimetres. The mint is 9 by 8 millimetres. The teal are 5 by 4 millimetres. The silvers are 5 by 3, and the grey is let me see, 4 by 5. So they are all variations of sizes as well, aren't they?
Yeah, it's really useful actually. In fact, somebody who's just started jewellery making, they would love that sort of bundle because they are easy to thread, easy to do patterns, and yet the overall look of them will go together. Doesn't matter. The job's done, really. All pearls will go together.
Yeah, definitely. They do, don't they? Irrespective of what colour they are. They look lovely on the back of the hand, don't they? Yeah, gorgeous. Low in stock opportunity, though, so less than £5 each. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. OK, I have box number 11. Oh, who's feeling a bit edgy? This is like a superhero bundle. This is like a superhero bundle. Who loves Batman or Batgirl? There is a Batgirl, isn't there?
Oh, those are my favourite. My favourite.
Oh, have you got an inner Catwoman, Debbie Bulford?
No. It's just that I wish I had. Just that sort of thing goes with the polymer because the matte goes with the polymer clay, and I love them.
They are gorgeous. They are your matte. Frosty Mornings, black agate. They are wonderful. I think you've got an inner Catwoman.
Well, I bought about half a dozen of those when we last had them on.
Did you?
Yeah, because they go fabulously with the faceted pyrites and the hematites and all the different gemstones that we've had on that are nice and shiny, and they look absolutely gorgeous.
They're very, very, very contemporary, aren't they? So this maybe with your shiny black agates would look just one of those.
Yeah, they remind me of a particular shop that does lots of charms. It's 2 words. Begins with T. S.
Arbo.
Yes.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Very, very similar, and they do those with the most fabulous sort of majestic crosses and things like that.
Yeah,
so if you like something a bit contemporary, that is fab to do.
And him and her. I would wear this. I'm trying to get some inspiration for, and I can say, I know he does tune in sometimes through the day, but it's something we spoke about. But my other half and I, we want to wear a piece of jewellery that we can both wear, you know, exactly the same design. So like the ones I've seen, I thought, oh, they're a bit too feminine, and Tom's definitely a man's man. So these would be something that I'd wear, and he would wear as well.
We went past the shop yesterday, and they had his and hers crosses.
Love that.
And they had black beads just wrapped in silver wire, and I just thought, you know, they look fabulous.
Yeah, just a nice sentiment, isn't it? It's a really nice idea. Beautiful frosty mornings. They are matte black, they're very edgy, they do remind me of a sort of a superhero. 1995, you're getting 2, 4, 6 strands in total. The measurements are varied, as you can see, right the way up to your 12 millimetre, is that right? 12 millimetre, 10 millimetre, sorry, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6 and 4. So you've got the entire you could create a graduated neckline piece with this, couldn't you? So the 6 strands for 19.95. Meg, Terry, hello to you, Catherine and Wendy. Miriam, listen, I'm all thinking now that you've all got an inner Catwoman.
I made a fabulous graduated cuff out of those, a really big cuff. And I just love it. I wear it a lot.
Yeah.
I just think it looks superb.
Yeah, I do as well. It is quite contemporary, isn't it? Lovely. Really, really lovely. Maria, well done to you. Middlesex, you're there as well. Keep on dialing through on those phone lines. You're getting 6 strands in total. It's low in stock and always will be. Yeah, I adore it. Do you know the fashion with cars right now is to have that matte paintwork?
Yeah. Mattes everywhere. Everywhere.
Is it wrapping? Who said that? Oh, it's Jenny Clearer, that is. It's either metallic or powder finish, she says. Yeah, I've seen where you dip something in and then it just like, it clings to everything. You can do it on your hand. But yeah, I saw a matte black car the other day. It just looked dirty to me. Just looked dirty. But matte gemstones, beautiful. Really, really
you
beautiful.
put those with some fabulous faceted quartz or something.
Oh, yes, and clear quartz or something like that.
And it just looks amazing. For an evening dress, to use the small ones and do like a nice choker. But it just looks so elegant.
Downton Abbey, isn't it? Downton Abbey. Beautiful. Well done to every single one of you. So much more to bring you, including, what was that? Sorry, Kimbo. Oh, the gigantic Mahusiv, the biggest bundle I've ever seen in my life. That one. Yes. Mahusiv. All of this moonstone. I just want this in a jewellery box just cascading out the side. Oh, I literally, it's falling out my hands. There's 10 strands of moonstone here. I want to hold it like this, if you don't mind. They are all double strands. The reason I want to hold it like this, Debbie, is just because you can see all the combinations of colours, can't you?
It's just so beautiful. I love that. It's one of my favourite bundles. I don't think I've ever seen a bundle that I love more.
Not with 10 strands of moonstone previously before.
No, it's gorgeous. It really is.
I mean, look, I want to hold it like this deliberately. If you're thinking, Ellen, I lay it out all nicely, I'm sorry, I'm doing it like this because I think it shows off all the different colour combinations, just how much, the fact I can't physically hold both of them in my hands without them cascading over. We've got, yeah, a wonderful fusion of peaches and pinks and whites and silvers. We've got finished pieces made by the lovely Sue. Sue made this cluster neckline piece, which she knows I adore pieces like that. Teaming in some of the ribbon. That's made by a gorgeous Sue. Then we've got a fabulous piece here, a elongated neckline, and that's by Sandra. So gorgeous. And I'm betting, I'm 99% certain actually, that the budding beaders will have tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of it left over from this wonderful bundle. 10 strands in total. Just amazing, amazing deal coming your way. I will lay these out. That's $149 per strand, double strand, and they're all double too. So, I mean, look at this. This one's multi-coloured moonstone. Can you see this? The difference? Oh God, I don't even know where to start. I actually don't know where to start. So there's the whites. I'll lay out the whites first. Bear with me. I'm laying out the whites. There's 1, 2... Oh my gosh, there's so much moonstone here. I can't actually sort this all out. And I keep touching it, so I keep picking up like this. So you've got 4 of your white, then you've got your peaches, 1, 2, okay, we're all right now, 1, 2, 3, then you've got your multis, look at your multis, 3 of your multis,
And then you've also got a graduated, so this one's slightly different. So you've actually got sections of your graduated one. That's 10. £1.49 each for all of this carat weight of moonstone. You could create literally a curtain of genuine gemstones in your own home. Fabulous. Do check out them as soon as you can. Now listen, I'm not going anywhere. I have got the next hour with you, which is all about your wonderful cabochons. So if you love wire wrapping, if you adore opaque gemstones, if you love that very simple facet, then there's lots coming up after this. Debbie Bulford, thank you so much, my darling.
Thank you.
I always have wicked fun with you.
Oh, thank you.
This is not a job. It's
You're
not a job.
Sweet. You're very
it's
sweet.
not. It's a privilege to come and spend. We get an email saying, right, you were Debbie Bulford today. I was like, yeah. Always really excited. When are you back next?
Oh gosh, when am I back? On Monday and Tuesday next week. I'm on both days.
Monday and Tuesday. So tune in with Debbie on Monday and Tuesday. I'm not going anywhere though. Just gonna have a little slurp of tea, and I'll be back with you for an hour of the beautiful, the classic, the timeless cabochons.